Fans, get out those playbills and turn to page 32 for tonight's starting lineups. First, ABC Mobile Commercial Services brings you the lineup for the visiting Long Island Ducks. Leading off in right field, number 23, Phelan Lentini. Batting second at shortstop, number 12, Dan Lyons. Batting third in center field, number 5, Delta Cleary Jr. Batting fourth, designated hitter, number 20, Lou Ford. Batting fifth at third base, number 2, Cody Pumpkin. Batting sixth at second base, number 15, Ruben Gotay. Batting seventh, first baseman, number 32, Tyler Coleman. Batting eighth and catching, number 29, Mike Dow. Batting ninth in left field, number 27, Anthony Vega. Starting pitcher for the Ducks, number 13, Daniel Herrera. The Ducks are managed by Kevin Baez. And now, the starting lineup for your Sugarland Skeeters. Leading off in left field, number 26, Jeff Dominguez. Batting second in center field, number 9, Renee Tassoni. Batting third, right fielder, number 29, Jeremy Barfield. Batting fourth, at first base, number 24, Delwyn Young. Batting fifth and catching, number 5, Wilfredo Rodriguez. Batting sixth, shortstop, number 14, Lance Zawatsky. Batting seventh, at second base, number 10, Juan Martinez. Batting eighth, at third base, number 6, Patrick Palmero. Batting ninth, designated hitter, number 4, Peter Weeds. And your man on the mound, number 36, Sean Gallagher. And as always, your Skeeters are managed by number 8, Gary Gayetti. Welcome to the field, the best mascot in the Atlantic League. Let's give it up for Swanson. Swanson's intro brought to you by Team Andrew Power Sports 59. Sponsored by H-E-B. H-E-B here, everything's better.
This is Long Island Ducks Baseball. Justin Davies at the plate. The winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on. Bouncing ball left side. Off the mitt. Up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one crack away from the championship.
Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch. And the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Lions Bucks up the third baseline. Esquivel charging in. They're not going to have a play. And the Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League here in 2012. Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks Northwell Health Southside Hospital pregame show.
We are live here at Constellation Field in Sugar Land, Texas, as it's time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. Tonight, it's the final game of the 2016 regular season here in Texas as the Ducks and the Skeeters play the rubber game of this three-game series. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Pollack. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play for all of tonight's action. Thanks so much for tuning in here on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, online as well at liducks.com. 5 games remain in the 2016 regular season for the Ducks, a final game of this series, and then it's on at York, Pennsylvania, where the Ducks will meet up with the York Revolution for 4 to close out the regular season. For the Skeeters, these games are incredibly important. For the Revolution coming up, those games could be very important as well in determining whether they win the first and second half for the first time in their franchise's history. So lots still at stake here during the final few games of the regular season. For the Ducks, so there's not too much. They're not in contention for the second half title in the Liberty Division, but they have already guaranteed themselves a spot in the playoffs by virtue of winning the first half title. So the Ducks are in the playoffs. They know that a week from tonight, they will be beginning their quest for a 4th Atlantic League championship at a site to be determined. Could be Somerset, could be Bridgeport, could be New Britain, and that race really has tightened up. We'll talk about that in a little while here on the pregame show, but 3 teams that are all contending for the Liberty Division title in the second half. They are all separated by just 3 games, with Bridgeport 2 back and New Britain 3 back. So exciting times here during the final 5 games. Lots of races and a couple of playoff spots still up for bid. And we will see who the Ducks will face and who the York Revolution will face in the first round by Sunday. We'll take a break here on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll recap last night's game. A tough one for the Ducks, who had a chance to win their 3rd in a row, but fell by a final count of 6-4.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Byers, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Back here in Sugar Land, Texas, where the Ducks and the Skeeters get ready to do battle tonight in game number 3 of this 3-game set. Final times that these 2 teams will face during the regular season. Still a potential, though, for a championship series meeting if the Skeeters find their way into the playoffs, either by virtue of the second half Freedom Division title or a wild card. And the Ducks could end up facing the Skeeters in the Atlantic League Championship Series. Yesterday, game 2 of this 3-game set after the Ducks put together a resounding 11-3 victory on Monday night. In the opener of the series, the Ducks built an early lead in yesterday's game, and so that was certainly a good start to what would eventually be a disappointing end. Long Island got out to an early 2-0 lead as in the first inning, Phelan Lentini drew a walk. He stole second base, and up came Dan Lyons. Thompson, a long look back to second, Now deals to the plate. Lines are swinging a line drive in a left field. Racing in is Lamont. He'll have to play it on a hop. It's a base hit. Rounding third, Lentini. Here comes the throw home to the plate. It is not in time. Lentini went in standing up. An RBI single to the left center for Dan Lyons. And 2 batters into the ball game. The Ducks have a 1-0 lead. So a good start for Long Island as Lyons drives in Lentini. Lyons would then get sacrificed to second base by Delta Cleary Jr. Lou Ford nearly drove him in with a base hit down the left field line, but the third baseman Juan Martinez made a tremendous diving stop for the out. However, Cody Puckett would come to the plate and he would pick Lou Ford up. Lyons takes his lead off of second base. Thompson looks back that way. Now deals to the plate, and Puckett rips one in the air to left, hit well. Back going the left fielder, Lamonta. He turns and looks, and it's off the base of the wall. Lyons scores easily. Puckett's going to stop at first base with a long single, but it brings in another run, and with 2 outs here in the first, the Ducks' lead is 2-0. So the Ducks with an early 2-0 lead against Aaron Thompson, the left-hander for the Skeeters. However, Sugar Land would get those 2 runs back in the bottom half of the first inning. With 1 out, Renee Tassoni doubled to right off of Bobby Blevins, and Jeremy Barfield followed with a 2-run home run over the wall and left, his league-leading 25th of the season. And Blevins, who has had trouble keeping the ball in the ballpark throughout the course of the year, ends up giving up the home run to Barfield, and that ties the game at 2. Ducks would get the lead back, though, right away in the second inning. 2 outs to start the inning, but then Thompson allowed a double to Matt Wessinger, who has hit the ball well of late, and that set the stage for Phelan Lentini. 1-1 from Thompson. Looks back to second, deals to the plate. Lentini, a line drive into center field. There's a base hit. Wessinger will round third. He is going to score easily. Tassoni doesn't make a throw. An RBI single with 2 outs for Phelan Lentini. The Ducks get the lead back as they go in front 3-2. 72nd RBI of the year for Phelan Lentini. The Ducks had the lead 3-2, but Dan Lyons would fly out to end that threat. And then a big turning point came in the 4th inning. The Ducks against Thompson drew a leadoff walk. Ruben Gotay was able to get on base. And then after a flyout from Mike Dowd, Mike Blank doubled down the left field line. And that put runners at second and third with only 1 out, a chance for the Ducks to really extend that lead and give Blevins some breathing room. Unfortunately, Matt Wessinger struck out looking, and then Phelan Lentini came to the plate. He had a deep fly ball in the air to left field, but the ball was kept in the yard by a strong wind, I should say, that was blowing in from left field towards the right field line. The ball was caught at the wall by Lamonta. On almost any other night, that ball is out for a 3-run home run, and the Ducks have a 6-2 lead. Instead, the game was still 3-2. And after the Skeeters missed out with first and second and 1 out in the bottom of the 4th, they would end up tying the game in the 5th inning. That was the inning that would prove to be the difference in the game. Johan Lamonta doubled to right to start off the inning, and Albert Cordero followed with a single to right to put runners at the corners for Jeff Dominguez. He struck out swinging, but Renee Tassoni followed with an RBI single to right. The Duck killer all year long ties up the game at 3. And then the big batter of the game was Jeremy Barfield, who came to the plate. The Ducks were set up defensively. Shading him up the middle was Ruben Gotay, and Barfield hit a ground ball right to him, right where he was shaded up the middle. And unfortunately, the ball rolled right through the legs of Ruben Gotay, and instead of an inning-ending double play that would have kept the game tied at 3, the bases were loaded. The inning would continue. Scott would hit a ground ball to first. Mike Blank's only play was to get the out at first, so a run ended up coming home to score. That was Cordero, and that made it a 4-3 lead for the Skeeters. And Delwyn Young would follow with a 2-run double into the right center field gap with an 0-2 count and 2 outs in the inning. All told, 3 unearned runs in the inning, the difference of a 3-3 game and a 6-3 game. And so Sugar Land had the 6-3 advantage at that point after 5. The Ducks' best chance at coming back was in the 7th inning. Ryan Matthews had come on to replace Aaron Thompson, and Mike Blank singled to open the inning. With 1 out, Phelan Lentini reached on an error, and then Dan Lyons reached on an infield single to third that loaded the bases. And Gary Gaetti then went to his bullpen, called upon the left-hander Dan Runzler to turn Delta Cleary Jr. around to the right side, where he's hitting just .250 against left-handed pitchers this year. And Cleary Jr. promptly grounded into the 1-2-3 inning-ending double play that kept the Skeeters in front by 3. In the 8th inning, Runzler stayed in, and with 1 out, allowed a double to left to Cody Puckett. A wild pitch moved him to third, and then up to the plate came Ruben Gotay. Here comes the 3-2 delivery, and Gotay swings, and it's a fly ball in the air to center. We'll see if that's deep enough to get the run in. Tassoni lines this one up, races in, makes the catch. Puckett tags from third. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is not in time. Cody Puckett stands in with the run. A sac fly and an RBI for Ruben Gotay, and the Ducks close to within 2. It's a 6-4 ball game. So the sac fly making it a 2-run game. Mike Dowd would follow with a base hit to put the tying run at the plate in the form of the Ducks' team leader in home runs in Mike Blank. Again, Gaetti went to his bullpen. He called upon a right-hander, Andrew Johnston, and he got blanked to ground into a force out at second to end the inning. And then the Ducks would go in order in the ninth against Derek Loop, who picked up his 30th save of the year to give the Skeeters the 6-4 win. Final total, 6 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Skeeters, who left 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the Ducks. They left 7. Aaron Thompson, the winner, improves to 9-5. Bobby Blevins, another hard luck loss, falls to 2-12. And as we mentioned, Derek Loop, his 30th save of the year. Take one more break here on the pregame show. When we come back, we will preview tonight's pitching matchup, get you the starting lineups, and then it'll be the first pitch here at Constellation Field between the Ducks and the Skeeters.
Hi, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bayshore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
The Southminster School with our national anthem here at Constellation Field, part of the series finale, rubber game of a 3-game set between the Long Island Ducks and the Sugar Land Skeeters. Look at the pitching matchup for tonight's game. The Ducks will be sending the left-handed knuckleballer out to the mound. That is Daniel Herrera, who has been spectacular for the Ducks on the mound of late. Back-to-back scoreless starts for him, 14 straight scoreless innings for the left-hander, most recently 8 shutout innings against the Bridgeport Bluefish on September the 8th. Ultimately, though, took a no decision when the bullpen allowed a run in the 9th and a run in the 10th to lose 2-1. However, overall, he is 2-1 with a 4.71 ERA, 7 games, 5 of those starts on the season. Meanwhile, the Ducks will be facing right-hander Sean Gallagher, who enters with a 10-8 record and a 3.73 ERA on the season. 26 games, all of them starts. His most recent outing was one of his biggest struggles. He allowed 13 hits in just 5 innings of work, 7 runs, 5 of those earned given up by Gallagher, but the offense gave him a ton of support, 18 runs in an 18-11 win at Southern Maryland on September the 9th. So Gallagher has gotten a ton of support, and he has pitched well against the Ducks. ERA under 2 against Long Island this year. So the Ducks offense will certainly have its work cut out for it tonight in this series finale if they want to pick up a series victory. Meanwhile, look at the starting lineups for tonight's game for Kevin Bias' Long Island Ducks. Phelan Lentini will lead off in right field. Dan Lyons, the shortstop, bats second. Hitting third and center field is Delta Cleary Jr., and in the cleanup spot for the Ducks is the designated hitter. That is Lou Ford. Batting fifth at third base is Cody Puckett. Ruben Gotay, the second baseman, hits in the number 6 spot. Tyler Colvin gets the start at first base and bats seventh. Hitting eighth is the catcher, and that is Mike Dowd. And rounding out the order for the Ducks, the left fielder, Anthony Vega. Meanwhile, on the other side for Gary Gaetti, Sugar Land Skeeters, Jeff Dominguez leads off. He is in left field. Renee Tassoni batting second in center field, and the 3-hitter is the right fielder, and that is Jeremy Barfield. Delwyn Young is in the cleanup spot at first base. Batting fifth, doing the catching tonight is Wilfredo Rodriguez. Lance Sawatsky, the shortstop, will bat sixth. Juan Martinez is at second base, hitting seventh. Patrick Palmero gets the start at the hot corner. That's third base. He hits eighth. And rounding out the order, the designated hitter, and that is Beamer Weems. just about ready to go here on this Wednesday evening. Another warm, humid night here in Texas. No surprise, that's how it's been throughout the course of this series. But that's also what you get during the course of the summer and early fall. Sean Gallagher winds, and the first pitch on the way is taken off the outside corner for ball one. We are underway at Constellation Field. 1-0, and that is taken low. 2 balls and no strikes on Lentini, who comes in hitting .313 on the season, 9 home runs and 72 runs batted in. 2-0, ripped high in the air down the left field line, but hooking foul. Definitely had the distance potentially for a home run as it hits off of the roof of the Wells Fargo Picnic Plaza, but in foul territory, so now 2-1 on Lentini. Another light crowd on hand here on this Wednesday night, similar to what we've seen the first 2 games of this series. A liner foul this time down the right field line by Lentini, and that'll even up the count at 2-2. Clear skies overhead, just some clouds off in the distance, nothing threatening at all. The lights are on, and the breeze blowing in from right center towards the right field line. Lentini takes the fastball up high and inside, 3-2 the count. And Lentini trying to do what he did last night, working out a leadoff walk to begin the ball game. Payoff. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Rodriguez, strike 3. Lentini just missed it. First strikeout of the night for Gallagher, and 1 away. So good job by Gallagher to battle back after falling behind in the count. 1 away. And up to the plate will step the shortstop for the Ducks, Dan Lyons.
Number 12, Dan Lyons.
So here is Lyons to bat from the right side, shortstop and number 2 hitter. First pitch is taken high, and the count goes to 1-0. Lyons on the season for the Ducks, hitting .276, 7 home runs, 49 runs batted in. Here he hits a pop-up in the air down the right field line. Delwyn Young giving chase and foul ground. He'll run out of room, and this will go well back into the seats and out of play. So the count even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ducks wearing their alternate orange uniforms once again here tonight with the gray pants. The Skeeters in their black jerseys tonight with the Skeeter logo on the front and the white pants. Here a line drive down the right field line. Long run for Barfield into the corner. He dives, and he made the catch. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That is an unbelievable grab by Jeremy Barfield in the right field corner. I didn't think he had a chance to make that play. Full extension dive and literally caught that ball right above the grass in the right field corner. The Skeeters bullpen exploded when he came up with it. A fabulous grab by Jeremy Barfield, who is having a terrific season. And a second out here in the bottom of the top of the first. That is just a fabulous, fabulous catch. And really, if you're Dan Lyons, not much you can do about it. Cleary Jr. smacks one fair inside the bag of third, down in the left field line. And so that catch by Barfield saves a run. Cleary Jr. rounds first. He's going to head to second. And the ball thrown back in by Jeff Dominguez. So a 2-out double for Cleary Jr. His 18th 2-bagger of the season. Now, the Ducks would have had the early lead once again if not for that grab by Barfield. So now the Ducks with a runner at second base and 2 down.
Designated hitter, number 20, Lou Ford.
Lou Ford will now step up to the plate. And he will bat from the right side. We'll see if the Ducks can still get the run despite that grab. Ducks getting the first hit of the game thanks to Cleary Jr. First pitch, and the slider taken low and outside for ball 1. Overall this season, Ford battling through injuries. He is hitting .314, 5 homers, 29 runs batted in. Gallagher's delivery. There's a fastball strike down the middle. And that will even up the count at 1-1. The Ducks have scored the first run in each of the games in this series. The 1-1. That slider taken low and outside, another ball. And so the count goes to 2-1. Long Island scored 2 in the first inning yesterday. They scored 6 in the third inning on Monday. And Long Island also scored the first run in all 3 games of their weekend set against the York Revolution. Ducks have been doing a good job getting early leads. 2-1. And that's taken up high, ball 3. The key is holding those leads. The Ducks weren't able to do that a couple of times yesterday. They had some struggles with it in the first 2 games against York before winning the finale. That's going to be a big key, especially come next week when the playoffs begin. Cleary Jr. leads at second with 2 out. Good hitters count. 3-1. And Ford takes the fastball on the outside corner for strike 2. Good fastball from Gallagher, who has done very well against the Ducks this season. Long Island overall this year has not scored many against Gallagher. He's got a 1.67 ERA in 4 starts against the Ducks, but he is 1-2. 3-2 pitch is a breaking ball low and outside. Ball 4. Lou Ford is able to draw the 2-out walk. And that's our first Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. Walks have been Gallagher's biggest issue. 64 walks allowed entering tonight in 149 in the 3rd innings. That is the most in the Atlantic League. So Ford able to draw the 2-out walk. Now Cody Puckett will have a chance. First pitch to him, and that's ripped down the left field line. Fair ball. Base. No, they say foul. I thought that had landed fair. The home plate umpire tonight, David Frame, signals foul. Kevin Baez is coming down from 3rd. He doesn't seem to be adamantly arguing it, but I think he just wants to question. It was close. They have not shown a replay on the giant video board in center. It was right along the line. I thought that it had hit fair on the dirt in between the grass and the foul line. They say just foul, and now Cody Puckett misses a chance at a double that would have at least scored 1, maybe 2. Here comes the 0-1 from Gallagher. Puckett takes this fastball up high. So that'll even up the count at 1-1. Baseball is a game of inches, and yesterday there were a couple instances where the Ducks came up on the wrong side of a ball that either landed fair for the Skeeters, of the home run by Lentini that ended up getting blown back into the ballpark by the wind out in left field, blowing towards the right field line. And there Puckett would have driven in the game's first run if that ball was about an inch or 2 to the right. 1-1, and Puckett takes off the outside corner. Gallagher upset with himself after that pitch. He's now fallen behind at 2-1. The next pitch that he throws will be number 20 of this inning. Cleary Jr. with good speed at second base. Lou Ford with average speed over at first. Gallagher's 2-1. Kicks and fires. Puckett takes the fastball. That catches the inside corner for strike 2. Puckett slightly leaned back out of the way of it, thinking it was too far inside, but it did catch the corner. So now 2 balls and 2 strikes, and Gallagher a strike away from getting out of this mess in the first inning. Runner's lead as Gallagher works out of the stretch. He gets the sign from Rodriguez. 2-2. And Puckett lifts one high in the air, foul. First base side. This will go well out of play. And we shall do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. If the Ducks get the win tonight, they would win the season series from the Skeeters. Ducks have a 10-9 lead in that regard. A win for Sugar Land would earn themselves a split of the season series. Skeeters have won 5 of the 9 games down here in Texas this year. 2-2. Puckett a line drive in a right center field. Long run for Tassoni back. He's not going to get this one, and it's one hop into the wall. Cleary Jr. scores. Ford around third. He's going to come home and score. It is a 2-out, 2-strike, 2-run double for Cody Puckett, and Long Island out in front 2-0 here in the first inning. Puckett has been red hot of late. He has now hit safely in 6 in a row, 10 of his last 11, and 14 of his last 16. And he has now driven in a run in 4 consecutive games, at least 1 run. The double is his 20th of the season, and RBI's number 71 and 72, so he comes up in the clutch and gives the Ducks the early 2-0 lead. Now Ruben Gotay to the plate. First pitch. Now the fastball was taken on the outside corner for strike 1. For Cleary Jr. is his 48th run of the year. For Lou Ford, his 29th. All with 2 outs. Double, walk, and a 2-run double after the great catch by Barfield. 0-1 is a fastball high and outside. And that will even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Ducks giving Daniel Herrera some support here early. The 1-1. Ruben Gotay line drive into left center field. There's a base hit. Puckett will round third. He will come home to score easily. A 2-out RBI single for Ruben Gotay. and it's a 3-run first for Long Island. Boy, Long Island taking it to Sean Gallagher here in this first inning. He has not given up much against the Ducks this season. Mention he has had 4 starts against Long Island this year. And coming in had a 1.67 ERA in 27 innings of work against the Ducks, but with 2 outs here in the inning after that fabulous catch from Jeremy Barfield. He's allowed a double, a walk, a 2-run double, and an RBI single. For Gotay, his 61st run batted in of the year. And for Puckett, his 61st run of the season. So a 3-spot for Long Island. Gotay now at first base with 2 down. Tyler Colvin will come up. Rafael Montero, though, one of the coaches for the Skeeters, out to the mound to try and calm down his right-hander, who's now thrown 25 pitches here in this first inning and can't seem to find the last out. Three runs on 3 hits and a walk. And that walk to Lou Ford was huge. We talked about Gallagher's troubles with walks this year. Ford able to show good plate discipline, work out the walk. And now Long Island has hurt Gallagher because of it. Tyler Colvin to the plate. He takes a strike over the inside corner, 0-1. Mentioned David Frame calling balls and strikes behind home plate. Ken Langford around at first. Rodney Galloway is over at third. Gotay takes his lead, being held on by Delvin Young. The 0-1, and Colvin takes a breaking ball that misses down and in. He'll even up the count at 1-1. Long Island really has struggled on the road this year. That has been one of their biggest bugaboos in terms of the offense. Away from home really has had some difficulty, but here in this series they have hit the ball very well. Colvin here, a ground ball back to the mound. Gallagher will field it, and he'll flip it over to Delvin Young at first for the out to end the inning. Not before, though, the Ducks strike with 2 outs. They pick up 3 runs on 3 hits and a walk and no errors, and they leave a runner on base. After a half inning of play, the Ducks 3 and the Skeeters coming up to bat.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Phelant Lentini, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolat patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolat walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolat pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolat's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolat. Visit Nicolat.com.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owls party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. Good start for the Ducks. They lead it 3-0 thanks to a couple of RBI hits. With 2 outs in the first, a 2-run double with Cody Puckett on a 2-2 pitch from Sean Gallagher, and then an RBI single by Ruben Gotay brings Puckett in. And so the Ducks out to an early 3-0 lead. They have now scored the first run of the game in each of their last 6 over the last 2 series. So that is impressive, and that is a very good sign for a Ducks offense that has been struggling in recent weeks here in the second half. Daniel Herrera, meanwhile, who has pitched superbly for the Ducks over his last 3 starts, and really, aside from 1 inning in his last 4 starts, will take them out tonight, and here in the bottom of the first, he'll face Jeff Dominguez, Rene Tassoni, and Jeremy Barfield. The Ducks and Municipal Credit Union teaming up again this season to present the Walks with a Purpose promotion. Every time a Ducks player walks, Municipal Credit Union will make a donation to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Municipal Credit Union serving members since 1916. So up to the plate steps the switch hitting Jeff Dominguez from the right side. First pitch from Herrera is the knuckleball, and that is in for a strike, 0-1. Herrera primarily throws that knuckleball. He'll mix in a fastball here and there, sometimes an off-speed pitch, another off-speed like a curveball. And this one misses high and outside, even up the count at 1-1. He used to throw a screwball. He doesn't throw it anymore. But back in 2013 when he was with the Ducks, he did. 1-1 delivery, knuckleball. That misses a little up and away. And it's 2 balls and a strike. Dominguez at 243 on the year for Sugar Land. 11 homers, 51 runs batted in. Here's his 2-1. Dominguez takes again a little high and outside on that knuckler. So 3 straight out of the zone for Herrera, who's fallen behind at 3-1. Kicking the pitch on the way, and Dominguez takes a fastball this time that hits the outside corner for strike 2. So like we said, sometimes he'll mix in that fastball, especially if he's struggling to find the strike zone. Now the 3-2, swing and a foul tip. There was a knuckleball that came down and in, and a big hack made by Dominguez, just caught a little piece of it. So we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch on the way, and the knuckler again is fouled off, just catching a little piece. Do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Another 3-2, and the knuckleball's fouled back to the screen. Dominguez just getting a little piece. 8 pitch at bat thus far for Dominguez. But again, pitch count is not really much for Herrera. He threw 140. That is no joke. The last time out, 140 pitches. And here, 3-2 is grounded foul along the first base line. And will look like a fastball snuck in from Herrera. And Dominguez laid on it, grounded it foul. Another 3-2 delivery from Herrera, and this swung on and missed strike 3. So Herrera finally beat him with the knuckleball. About knee-high over the plate. First strikeout of the night for Herrera. And there's one away.
Center fielder, number 9, Tassone.
So with one away, here is the lefty swinging Rene Tassone up to the plate for the Skeeters. Kiefer Herrera is avoiding walks. That's where he's had some trouble. First pitch here is rocked down the right field line. That's going to be a base hit for Tassone. It'll head into the corner. Tassone on his horse. He's going to round second base and head for 3. Throw is going to get by Lyons. Tyler Colvin races over to cut it off. But Rene Tassone, who leads the league in triples, picks up another, his 11th of the season. And Sugar Land with a runner at third and one away. Well, he is a guy, you leave anything up in the zone to Rene Tassone, and he has put some good swings on baseballs during the course of this series. Yesterday in the first, and then later in the 5th, Bobby Levens left a couple pitches up, and Tassone hit the balls hard to right both times. He's very much a pull hitter, but if you leave pitches up, most hitters will do damage, but especially him. He just seems to put hard swings on everything. Here's another guy who hits the ball hard. Jeremy Barfield from the right side, and he takes the knuckleball in for a strike at the knees, 0-1. Barfield at .310 on the year, league leading 25 home runs. He has driven in 83 runs on the season. That is good for 3rd in the league behind Josh Bell and Joel Guzman. Barfield takes down and in this time, and that'll even up the count at 1-1. So after falling behind 3-0, Sugar Land trying to do what they did in the first inning last night and come right back. Barfield hit a 2-run home run yesterday after the Ducks scored 2 in the top of the first to tie the game. 1-1. Knuckleball lined, caught by Dan Lyons, the shortstop. Had him played well. A little bit over to his right in the hole, so Barfield denied the RBI single. The line drive put out for the second out of the inning, and that will leave it up to the red-hot Delwyn Young.
First baseman, number 24, Delwyn Young.
Defensively for the Ducks, Anthony Vega in left, Delta Cleary Jr. in center, and around and right is Phelan Lantini playing in his 136th game out of 136 this year. On the infield, Cody Puckett at third, Dan Lyons at short, Ruben Gota the second baseman, and Tyler Colvin is over at first. Mike Dowd behind home plate doing the catching, and Daniel Herrera on the mound. First pitch is a knuckleball on the inside corner for strike 1. Young at .293 on the season, 5 home runs, 57 runs batted in. Herrera comes set, And the 0-1. That is hit on the ground right back to Herrera. He will field and throw to Tyler Colvin at first for the out, and a good job by Herrera to get two dangerous hitters out after allowing the triple to Tassoni. No runs, one hit, one left on base for the Skeeters. We have played one in Sugar Land, Texas. Ducks with an early 3-0 lead.
Hi, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Second inning here at Constellation Field. The Ducks with an early 3-0 lead over the Sugar Land Skeeters. It is time for today's health report, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapists of the Long Island Ducks. Ducks are a healthy bunch. That is certainly good news. Everybody is available for them. That is healthy. They do have the two players still out on the disabled list long-term, Mark Minikazi and DJ Mitchell, as well as the inactive players, Dustin Richardson and Scott Schumann, but nothing new there. They have been out for quite some time. And ultimately, otherwise, the Ducks are healthy. They have their lineup that you very well might see for Game 1 of the postseason a week from tonight when the Ducks open up the Liberty Division Championship Series on the road at either New Britain, Bridgeport, or Somerset. Right now, Somerset leads the Liberty Division by 2 games with 5 to go. First pitch fastball misses high and inside for ball 1. Big games going on tonight. Bridgeport, who was 2 games behind Somerset, those two are meeting tonight at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. 1-0 is lined to second, but right at Juan Martinez. So Dowd hits the ball hard, but hit it right at Martinez for the first out of the inning. New Britain, who is still alive, they're 3 games in back in the division, and they are 1 game behind the Skeeters in the overall standing. Should a wild card scenario come into play, say York and Somerset win the second half. York, since they won the first half, would create a wild card scenario with the team with the best overall record regardless of division. They would get in, and right now Sugar Land 1 game better than New Britain. Both won yesterday. There's a fastball strike at the knees to Anthony Vega, the 9-hitter and left fielder. 0-1. So lots of important games going on. It remains to be seen where the Ducks will open up the playoffs. This one misses low and inside. Now we'll even up the count at 1-1. The Skeeters, as we mentioned, are tied right now with York for first place in the Freedom Division standings in the second half. So if that is the way the season ended, they would get in by virtue of the fact that York won the first half. Swing and a miss by Vega, who's now behind at 1-2. And Sugar Land, as we mentioned, has the 1-game lead overall on New Britain. This is a very big game for them. The 1-2, that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. High fastball blown by Vega. Second strikeout of the night for Gallagher. With 2 away. That is going to leave it up to the right fielder, Phelan Lentini. So while a lot of these other teams are all stressing out over the last week of the year, guys like Sugar Land and New Britain and Somerset and Bridgeport and York, who wants to win the first and second half for the first time in their franchise's history. First pitch to Phelan Lentini is fouled off, first base side of home plate, 0-1. And that is the beauty of winning the first half. If you're the Ducks, you get to relax a little bit and use this final week to get some guys some final rest before the start of the postseason, and at the same time get the rotation lined up the way you want it, make sure guys stay healthy. There's a fastball up high. That'll leave it up the count at 1-1 on Lentini, who struck out back in the first. It's a little bit easier, a little bit less stress when there's already the stress of the travel down here, and tomorrow back up to Pennsylvania. Breaking ball misses low and outside. 2-1 now on Lentini. The Ducks will head to York. And they will face the Revolution for 4 to close out the regular season. 2-1 is fouled back to the screen behind home plate. And that'll even up the count at 2-2. Last year, the Ducks closed out their regular season in Pennsylvania. They faced the Revolution and then the Barnstormers, 3 in York, 4 in Lancaster to close out the year. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Fouled back again by Lentini. So we will do it once again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And it's very possible that the Ducks can have a first-round rematch with the Patriots. That rivalry will just add another chapter if that happens. Of course, Somerset came back from a 2-1 series deficit to win it last year en route to a championship. 2-2 is on the ground, back towards the middle. It's gobbled up by Lance Sawatsky near second. His throw on to first is in time for the out. And a 1-2-3 inning for Sean Gallagher. A good bounce-back inning after the rocky first. 1.5 innings in the books. We go to the bottom of the second, and the Ducks in front 3-0.
Hi, this is shortstop Dan Lyons. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheDannyLyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, PSEG Long Island customers. Want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free. It takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.pseglyny.com/savemoney.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. To the bottom half of the second inning, Ducks with a 3-0 lead over the Sugarland Skeeters. And before the inning occurs, want to point out something that was just published today by Mike Ashmore, who is very involved in the Atlantic League in terms of writing stories about players from around the league alumni. Mainly, he covers the Somerset Patriots for MyCentralJersey.com. But he just posted a story about Rich Hill, of course, the former Ducks pitcher who just the other day, this past weekend, threw 7 perfect innings against the Miami Marlins and ended up getting taken out, surprisingly, by Dave Roberts. But there are a couple quotes in there that I think are really telling. One from Rich Hill and one from his teammate Clayton Kershaw. So I'll tell you those here in this inning. First pitch to Wilfredo Rodriguez is a knuckleball in for a strike. Hill said, "It was great that the Atlantic League is there for guys. If the league wasn't there, I don't know if we would be here talking right now." The quote will continue after the 0-1, and that's in for another strike. That's something that I'm thankful for and grateful for, looking back on that opportunity that I was given to go and start in Long Island. Really, that's something that I'll always be thankful for. So he has always talked very highly about the league, as Rodriguez fouls one back to the screen, and about his time with the Ducks. He loved it with Long Island, even though his starts, there were only 2 of them, a very short stint in the league, but you could tell with the way he dominated hitters in those 2 starts that he wouldn't be there for long if a team saw what he was doing. 0-2 knuckleball misses down and away, and the Red Sox ended up purchasing his contract after that second start. About a month later, he was in the major leagues. Now he's pitching big-time games for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Could very well be pitching in the postseason this year. 1-2, and that's hit on the ground is short. Gobbled up by Dan Lyons. His throw on to first for the out. Rodriguez retired, and there's one away. And then I think another very telling quote comes from Clayton Kershaw, who everybody recognizes that he has been very much one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher in baseball in recent years. This quote from him: "He's been the best pitcher in baseball since we got him." He's 3-0 and has 19 scoreless innings since the trade, so it's hard to argue that. But when a guy who many claim to be the best pitcher in baseball says that Hill's been the best pitcher in baseball, as Sawatsky lines one down the right field line, that one just fair past Tyler Colvin. into the corner. Lentini will field and fire it back in safely at second base is Zawadzki with a double. It was close, right along the line, but no argument coming from the Ducks here as Ken Langford rules it fair. So the second hit, both extra base hits given up by Herrera. And Zawadzki is on at second with one out. I think it's just incredible the story that Rich Hill has had. And to go from the Atlantic League that quickly up to the major leagues is incredible. To have the success he has had in the major league since that point, especially at his age, he's now 36 years old, is just another great story. First pitch here, misses high and outside, ball one. Later in the article by Mike Ashmore, he also says of his time with the Ducks, it was great environment, very upbeat, very positive. Everybody enjoyed the game and loved playing the game of baseball. In my opinion, there was a tremendous amount of talent there. So that says something about the talent level in this Atlantic League. We've talked about it a lot, how high the talent level here is in the Atlantic League and how good the level of play is. 1-0 is lined down the left field line. This one's going to hook foul, though, off the bat of Juan Martinez, the second baseman and 7-hitter. And the count 1-1. Stories available now. You can visit mycentraljersey.com. If you go to twitter.com/LIDucks, the Ducks just retweeted a link to the story, and so you can click on that link. Mike Ashmore, very good writer from mycentraljersey.com. Got to speak with him in the visiting clubhouse at Yankee Stadium earlier this week. Ground ball left side past the diving try of Cody Puckett. It's a base hit. Zawadzki had a hold up, so will only make it to third. But Juan Martinez with a single, and now the Skeeters with the runners at the corners, and one out in this bottom of the second inning. So I highly recommend you go and check that out. So, one away and two on. Herrera gave up a triple with one out in the first inning before getting a line out and a ground out. And so entering this inning, he has thrown 15 consecutive scoreless innings over his last two starts in the first inning tonight. And now that in danger again with runners at the corners and one away. First pitch coming up to Patrick Palmeiro. Herrera deals this one grounded foul along the third base line. And the count 0-1. Palmeiro at 245 on the year, 11 home runs, 44 runs batted in. Obviously Herrera looking for the ground ball here. Gotay, the second baseman, is shaded towards the middle, so a big hole on the right side. Lines in just about his normal spot, maybe a little bit to his right. Throw over to first, and back safely there is Martinez, who was 5 for 8 in the stolen base department earlier this year in the Mexican League with Veracruz. Played 103 games there and was acquired in a trade from the Lincoln Salt Dogs of the American Association by the Skeeters earlier this week. 0-1. The fastball misses high and outside, even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Palmeiro did not play yesterday, but got the start in the first game of this series. Yesterday with the right-hander on the mound, Bobby Blevins. Went with some more lefties in his lineup. Today, Scott Lamonta, 2 lefties, get the day off with Herrera on the mound. Runner goes from first, 1-1 is popped up. In the air to left, shallow. Anthony Vega started back. Now he's racing in, and he is going to get to the spot for the out. So that will be the second out of the inning. No advance from the runner at third. Zawadzki, he has to stay put. And initially that was almost disaster for the Ducks. Vega on that pop-up, which we could tell from behind home plate was going to be shallow right off the bat. Vega kind of froze and took a step back at first, thinking it was hit behind him, and then realized, hey, this is a shallow pop-up. I got to race in. And thankfully for him, the ball hung up there long enough where he was able to make the catch. So that is the second out of the inning. And with 2 away, that will leave it up to the designated hitter, Beamer Weems. Let's see if Herrera can get out of another jam here in the second. Each team now with 3 hits. Here is Weems, a righty, against Herrera, the lefty. First pitch on the way, and Weems takes the knuckleball in the outside corner for strike 1. Sounds like a small plane flying overhead. There is a municipal airport right along the road on the opposite side of the highway next to the ballpark. Here comes an 0-1. Herrera looks to first, deals to the plate, and this just misses outside. Dowd trying to frame it. Instead, the count now even up at 1-1. A large full moon overhead out beyond the left center field fence, providing a nice backdrop to the ballpark for tonight's game. Herrera gets the sign. Here comes a 1-1. Kicks and fires, and Weems pops one up foul back behind the plate. Dowd gives this one a look, but this will go back into the crowd, out of play. And now Herrera a strike away from getting through the inning unharmed. A double down the right field line by Lance Sawatsky with one out, followed by a single to left from Martinez. But Palmeiro popped out to shallow left, and now Weems, who has struggled this year, hitting just .236 behind at 1-2. Herrera kicks and deals, and Weems hits a fly ball in the air to left, hit well. Back goes Anthony Vega, still racing back, turns, looks, and it's off the base of the wall. One run is in. Rounding third, Martinez. The relay throw to the plate from Lyons, and that is in time for the out. Excellent job by Mike Dow to hang on to it as he was slid hard into by Juan Martinez. Excellent job by Lyons to relay it to him, and then Dow to hang on. And so ultimately it's only an RBI single, and it's a 3-1 game. So in the inning, the Skeeters end up getting one run on 3 hits. No errors. They ultimately only leave one on base. And after 2, the Ducks lead is now 2 at 3-1.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Anthony Vega, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on Bark in the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Now the Skeeters get on the board on an RBI single from Mike Dowd out to left field. So Watsky scores. Martinez tried to score on the play, but a great relay from Anthony Vega to Dan Lyons to Mike Dowd, who held on after being slid into hard by Martinez. First pitch to Dan Lyons here is a strike, and Dowd is able to get the out. So for Weems, it is RBI number 22 on the year, but tonight his 23rd run batted in on the nice relay throw. Here Lyons pops one foul, first base side out of play, 0-2. So Watsky scores his 34th run of the season, and Martinez goes first to third and then gets thrown out 7-6-2 if you're scoring at home. So the Ducks lead is 2, and that ends the scoreless streak for Herrera at 15 innings. This pitch misses up high for a ball, 1-2. But the Ducks defense was just had some struggles, including yesterday the big error by Ruben Gotay. They get a big play there to get an out and keep it a 2-run game. Lyons fouls one off on a breaking ball with a 1-2 count, so he stays alive at the plate. Now Mike Dowd showing his strong defense as a catcher there. He stands in at just 5'9", 205 pounds, and took a hard slide from Martinez as he went and tagged this cleat as it came across the base. Lyons reaches out at one and grounds it back to the mound. Gallagher fields on a hop. His throw is wild, and Young just got his foot on the bag in time for the out. Almost an error there on Sean Gallagher, who has not committed one all year. He threw it towards the home plate side of first base, and the throw was off target. Young got it and tried to find that base as he was reaching back towards it, and he did find it in time for the out. So 1-3 put out. Lyons now 0-2. He was robbed of a hit his first time up by Barfield, who made an unbelievable diving catch down the right field line. So one away, here's Delta Cleary Jr. First pitch taken low and inside for ball 1. He doubled with 2 outs in the first pitch that he saw, his 18th of the year. And then eventually scored on the Cody Puckett 2-run double. Here a breaking ball that misses low and outside. Cleary Jr. ahead at 2 balls and no strikes. Ducks now being out hit 4-3 in this game. The 2-0. Cleary Jr. a ground ball left side, picked up by Patrick Palmero to his left, spins and throws out Cleary Jr. at first. 2 away and now 6 in a row retired by Gallagher since the RBI single from Ruben Gotay. 2 away and that'll leave it up to Lou Ford.
Designated hitter, number 20, Lou Ford.
Ford will step up to the plate from the right side. First pitch on the way is taken low. And the count goes to 1-0. Ford ended up drawing a walk in his first trip to the plate, and here takes inside for ball 2. That was a big walk, set the stage for the 2-run double from Puckett and the RBI single from Gotay. Base is empty, 2 down here in the third. And the 2-0 pitch, Ford swings, fouls this one off the mask of Rodriguez. Rodriguez wears the backwards helmet with the mask in front, and not that hockey-style goalie mask that you see some catchers wear, and knocked it about halfway around the head of Rodriguez, who was fine. And he and Ford joked about it after the foul ball. So now the count 2-1. Rodriguez had the day off yesterday. Albert Cordero did the catching. 2-1. Popped up in the air foul, back behind the plate, out of play. That evens up the count at 2-2. And this is fisted out in the air, foul territory, first base side. Delwyn Young racing over towards the stand, slides, and cannot come up with it. Slid at the far end of the dugout on the warning track, and just eluded his reach. He'll flip it to a fan in the front row. So we will do it again, this time with a count of 2-2. Pitch on the way from Gallagher is a fastball that misses low and outside. So Ford now has worked the count full at 3-2, trying to work his way on with a 2-out walk. All 3 runs the Ducks scored in the first came with 2 down. Payoff pitch, and Ford takes low and outside, ball 4. So the second walk of the night for Sean Gallagher, both to Lou Ford, another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. The Ducks get a runner on with 2 down, and now Cody Puckett, who has been red hot, will step back up to the plate. He's driven in at least 1 run now in 4 consecutive games. He also scored in that first inning, so make it 5 straight games with a run for Cody Puckett. First pitch to him, and he swings and misses. Good hack by Cody Puckett, and just missed. Count 0-1. Puckett coming into tonight, hitting .296 in his last 15 games dating back to August 21st, and out of those 15 he had hit safely, in 13 of them. Hero driving the air to deep center field. Tassoni, though, will have room, and he makes the catch. A strong line drive by Cody Puckett, just hit it to the wrong part of the ballpark. And so after the 2-out walk, Ducks are unable to get anything. They leave 1 on base, no hits in the inning. And after 2.5, Ducks remain in front by 2, 3-1 the score.
Hey fan, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr. and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. Well, Ducks fans, when Cody Puckett lined out to center field to end the top half of the third inning. That was the 15th out of tonight's ball game. Did you know that a 15-minute phone call to Geico save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO, 1-800-947-AUTO, or visit geico.com. Ducks lead is still 2, 3-1 the score. Jeff Dominguez and the top three in the Skeeters order will be 2 up in this third inning against Daniel Herrera. Left-hander gets the sign from Mike Dowd, and his first pitch of the inning on the way is a knuckleball that floats high and outside for ball one. Dominguez, a strikeout victim his first time up, the only strikeout thus far for Herrera. Here's the 1-0. This swung on and foul tipped back behind the plate, and there's strike one. We talked about Herrera's success of late. Last pitch September the 8th against Bridgeport, the final game of that 4-game set. Took a no decision, a hard luck no decision at that, 1-1. And that knuckleball misses low and outside, ball two. Through 8 scoreless innings, we mentioned 140 pitches, 85 of which were for strikes. He allowed 6 hits in those 8 innings. Struck out 2. He did walk 5 batters, but 3 of those walks came in that 8th inning. 2-1, and that floats high and outside for ball 3. A walk 3 in that 8th inning when Bridgeport was trying to get a run across to tie the game. Ultimately, he got out of the inning without giving up the run as Dominguez fouls one back behind the plate to run the count full. That was huge for Herrera to get out of it. Unfortunately, Amalio Diaz allowed a tying home run in the 9th, and then Patrick Kreider allowed the go-ahead home run in the 10th, and Bridgeport won the game 2-1. Here, Dominguez lays off the knuckleball high and outside. There's the first walk of the night for Herrera, and obviously not the start you want in the third inning, as Dominguez works his way on with the leadoff walk. And his start prior to that, it was in New Britain on September the 3rd, game 2 of a doubleheader. The Ducks won it 4-0 to close out that road trip. He allowed just 3 hits over 6 scoreless innings, did not walk a batter, and struck out 4. It's his first time not walking a batter since his first appearance of the year when he threw a scoreless inning against the Patriots in relief. First pitch here to Rene Tassoni is popped up in the air, foul, third base side out of play. Now the count goes to 0-1. Ducks will have to try and find a way to get Tassoni off the bases. He had a triple his first time up back in the first inning. Yesterday, Tassoni had 2 hits, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. And in game 1, he had a double and a bunt single, as well as a run scored. The Ducks have had a lot of trouble with Tassoni in this series and really all year long. Herrera's 0-1, and that misses low and outside to even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Leading at first base is Jeff Dominguez. After the leadoff walk, he's got 13 steals this year in 17 attempts. 1-1. A knuckleball swung on and missed. Way out in front of it that time was Tassoni. So he is now behind at 1-2. See if Dominguez tries to take off at any point. Tassoni, though, represents the tying run at the plate, and you've got the dangerous Jeremy Barfield, who is tied for the league lead in home runs, waiting on deck. Herrera comes set, the 1-2, and Tassoni line drive in a right field. Phelan Lentini racing in. He's going to have to play this one on a hop. It's a base hit. Another hit for Rene Tassoni. Stopping at second is Dominguez. And Sugarland set up with runners at first and second. And nobody out. Knuckleball had too much of the plate. And again, against a guy like Rene Tassoni, you can't do that. He's going to hit it pretty much every time. So Tassoni is on with a single, his second hit of the night. Skeeters now with 5 hits in the game. And a big situation here with runners at first and second, nobody out, and the dangerous Jeremy Barfield coming to the plate. Last time Herrera pitched here, he was spotted an early 5-0 lead. And didn't make it through the 4th inning. Sugarland went on to win the game 9-5. First pitch, and Barfield taking low and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Barfield hit the ball hard his first time up, but lined it right at Dan Lyons, the shortstop, who was shaded over into the hole a little bit more on the left side of the infield. Here he's closer to second with a chance for a double play. Ruben Gotay playing right near the second base bag. Now he retreats. The 1-0, and Barfield grounds one to short. Could be two. Lyons. Oh, he lost the handle on it for the second straight night. Barfield hits into what should be a double play ball, and the Ducks get nothing. 2 nights in a row, Barfield has hit a ball that should have been a double play. This one wouldn't have ended the inning. And Dan Lyons got it and went to go flip it to second and had it just slip out of his hands. Now the Ducks' defensive woes coming back to bite them again. Error number 13 on the year for Dan Lyons. And that will load up the bases with nobody out for Delwyn Young. I said it last night, I'll say it again. Next week, that can't happen. Ducks will need to be able to convert those plays when they get them, especially with good hitters like Barfield at the plate. First pitch here, lined into left field, base hit. Scoring from third is going to be Dominguez. Everybody else moves up a base, an RBI single, and the Skeeters close to within 3-2. And now the key is for Herrera not to let that error come back to bite him so much, like it did last night after the error by Ruben Gotay. That's now why Kevin Baez is going to come out. He's going to try and settle down his left-hander and tell him to look past it. Ruben Gotay, who made the error yesterday when Barfield in the 5th inning hit a ground ball to him in what should have been an inning-ending double play ball, and the ball went right through his legs. Sugar Land ended up scoring 3 unearned runs after that. Ducks cannot afford to have that happen to them again. And Herrera's going to have to find a way to settle down and get through this order. But now the tying run at third, the go-ahead runs at second and first. Even if they got the double play, that run would have scored anyway on the base hit, so that will be an earned run. First pitch here is taken low and inside for ball 1 by Rodriguez. Dan Lyons so sure-handed at shortstop, the reigning Gold Glove Defensive Player of the Year. And that time might have just rushed it, flipping it to second base and had it come out of his hand. And instead of 2 outs and a runner at third, the base is loaded and still nobody out. The 1-0, and Rodriguez hits a ground ball towards the middle. Lyons fields this one. He flips to go tie 1 on a first double play. This time they're able to convert it, but an unearned run will score. And we are all tied up at 3 apiece. 6-4-3 on the double play there. Young retired at second, Rodriguez at first. No RBI, but scoring from third is Tassoni with the tying run. And again, that is an unearned run, because had Lyons at least gotten 1 out on that last play, that would have been the end of the inning. So that run will go down as an unearned run, along with any others that might score in this inning. Barfield moves to third on the play. And here's the lefty swinging Lance Sawatsky. First pitch, swing and a miss, way out in front of the knuckleball. That time was Sawatsky, 0-1. Sawatsky a double to right his first time up, right down the line past the diving Tyler Colvin, who now plays a bit closer to that first base line, though he was close last time too. That was just out of his reach and just fair. The 0-1, and that missing lone outside evens the count at 1-1. Not that it matters, but Herrera, is now at 49 pitches in this game. But I think by evidence of his last start where he threw 140, pitch count really means nothing for a knuckleballer like him. Ducks have been using 6 starters anyway in their rotation of late, and so guys getting some extra rest before the start of the playoffs. Here comes the 1-1, and Sawatsky takes the knuckleball that might have just missed the outside corner. Herrera didn't agree, but now the count is 2-1. 2 runs in the inning for the Skeeters, 1 earned, 1 unearned. A big error on the ground ball to Dan Lyons off the bat of Jeremy Barfield. 2-1 is hit on the ground past the mound towards second. Ruben Gotay will pick it up, and his throw on a first in time for the out. So a good job by Herrera after the RBI single to get 3 outs and 2 batters and at least keep it a tie game. But the Ducks' defensive woes hurt them again. 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 unearned on 2 hits and an error in the inning. Skeeters leave 1 on base. We head to the 4th, all tied up now at 3 apiece.
Hey fans, this is infielder Cody Puckett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Well, the Skeeters and the Ducks are now all tied up at 3 as we head to inning number 4. For the second straight night, Jeremy Barfield hits what should have been a double play ball, but the Ducks are unable to get no outs on it. And an unearned run ends up coming in to score tonight. 3 unearned runs yesterday scored that gave the Skeeters a lead that they would not relinquish. And tonight, that unearned run ties the game at 3. Here's Ruben Godheim to lead off, and he takes a fastball strike over the outside corner, 0-1. Pitch taken for another strike, and Godheim now behind the count at 0-2. Give you some Skeeters trivia momentarily in our 4th inning trivia, the 0-2. And this is taken on the inside corner, a called strike 3, a late call by home plate umpire David Frame. And Ruben Godheim has a couple words as he heads back towards the third base dugout. Strikeout number 3 for Gallagher, and 1 away here in the 4th. Andrew Johnston pitched last night, faced only 1 batter and got Mike Blank out as Blank represented the tying run. It was his 59th appearance of the year. That is a career high for him in single season appearances. And it is now 3 shy as Tyler Colvin takes low for ball 1 of the most appearances by a Skeeters pitcher in franchise history. Foul ball here, third base side out of play, 1-1. The question, who was the player that appeared in 62 games for the Skeeters? That is the franchise's single season record. We'll let you think about it. We'll give you the answer in the bottom half of this 4th inning. This is the 5th year of Skeeters baseball. The 1-1. Colvin lifts this one in the air, foul down the left field line out of play into the seats. And the count goes to 1-2. Ducks first baseman grounded back to the mound his first time up to end the 1st inning. Gallagher looks in for the sign from Rodriguez, the 1-2 delivery. And Colvin rips one foul down the right field line, hit the ball hard, but hit it to the right of the chalk, so we'll do it again at 1-2. Second baseman Juan Martinez went to go retrieve it and flip it into the stands. Now he retreats back to his position. 1-2. And Colvin takes the fastball high and outside, even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the Ducks' early 3-0 lead is gone, now tied at 3. The 2-2, and Colvin takes the fastball high and inside. 3-2 the count. So a brand new ball game here as we begin the 4th. Payoff pitch, and Colvin lifts one high and deep, but foul down the left field line, well over everything and out of play. The Ducks last night had a 2-0 lead and a 3-2 lead before losing it for good in the 5th. And they could not recover. Skeeters manager Gary Gaetti made a couple big decisions in his bullpen that ended up paying off for him. Another 3-2, and again, Colvin fights one off, foul down the left field line into the suites. So we'll do it again with the count full. Ducks will have the early morning flight back up to the Northeast, and we'll head to York, Pennsylvania for 4 games starting tomorrow night. 3-2 again, and Colvin fouls it over the screen, this time behind home plate, up above our heads. And now the ball caught by a fan upstairs. Gets a nice hand from the crowd. From the line, the 3-2 delivery, and Colvin hits a high pop-up in the air to shallow right, going out the second baseman Martinez. He gives way now to the right fielder Jeremy Barfield, and Barfield will make the catch. 2 away in the inning. And that'll leave it up to Mike Dowd.
Catcher, number 29.
Skeeters will stay here at home following this game. They welcome in the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs tomorrow for the first of 4 games to close out the regular season. And then either the Skeeters will head home, or if they make the playoffs, they will have game 1 of the Freedom Division Championship Series here on Tuesday night. First pitch is in for a strike to Dowd, 0-1. He hit one hard his first time up, but right at the second baseman Martinez. Ducks still looking for their first hit since the opening inning. And Gallagher misses low and outside with a breaking ball, 1-1. Seems to have settled in nicely. He's allowed 1 base runner since the first, the 2-out walk to Lou Ford in the third. That has been it. 1-1. And Dowd takes inside, it hit him. Oh, that caught Dowd, I believe on the left hand, or actually the right hand maybe. And he is in obvious pain at home plate. He slams the helmet down on home plate, and Dottie Pitchford comes out to check on him. Trying to tell exactly where that hit him. I don't know if it caught him on the left hand or the right hand. I think it was the left hand. He's going to stay in this game, or at least convinced Dottie Pitchford that he wants to. He's walking down to first base. Dottie Pitchford heading with him. Kevin Baez had come in from third base to check, and now he'll retreat. I think that caught him on the right hand. Gets a nice hand from the fans after making his way down to first, but I don't know if it caught him on the hand or the wrist. We'll keep our eye. Obviously, at this stage of the year, anything like that is cause for concern. It looks like he was showing Dylan Young, the first baseman, and Jared Leverett, who is coaching at first. It looks like it caught him on the inside of his right arm, right on that forearm, right below the elbow, in between the elbow and the wrist. And hopefully that was a meaty part of his arm, not any type of bone area where it could really cause some trouble. First pitch to Anthony Vega, and that's taken inside for ball 1. But Mike Dowd seems to be all right. He's going to stay in this game at least for now. We'll keep an eye on it. Mike Blank, who is the backup catcher, has the night off tonight, but obviously would come in if need be. 1-0, and Vega swings and misses, chasing the breaking ball down in the zone. That is the 10th time this year Mike Dowd has been hit by a pitch, and many Ducks players are right at the top of the league in that department for whatever reason. Puckett leads the league with 11. Vega, Lentini, and Dowd now each have been hit 10 times this year. Now here's your top 4 in the league in hit by pitches. This one taken low on a breaking ball. Now 2-1 on Vega, who struck out his first time up. So Dowd continues to lead at first base. Not much of a stolen base threat. Gallagher comes set, the 2-1. Vega takes the fastball, belt high for a strike. He thought it was too high. But the count is now even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Gallagher tries to get Vega out after the hit by pitch. Right-hander ready to go. He comes set. 2-2. Vega swinging a miss, strike 3. Late on the fastball. Slams the bat down in the dirt afterwards. In anger, 4th strikeout of the night for Gallagher. That'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, a runner left for the Ducks. Still looking for their first hit since the opening inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th, all tied at 3.
Hey fans, this is Ty Coffey, right-handed pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time. And the Ducks have won it 7-1. The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season. And with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
On to the bottom of the fourth inning, 3-3 score here in Texas. Good news, it looks like Mike Dowd is going to stay in this game after getting hit on the right forearm by a pitch from Sean Gallagher in the top half of this inning, so that is obviously good news. You don't like to see anybody at this stage of the season suffer an injury, especially with the playoffs a week away. But Dowd appears to be all right. Daniel Herrera will go back to the mound and try and bounce back after allowing 2 runs in the third, although only one of those was earned. Time for the answer to our fourth inning trivia, where we tested your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. We gave you the question in the top half of this inning. Andrew Johnston, a reliever for the Skeeters last night, his 59th appearance of the year, third most in a single season in Skeeters history. We wanted to know who has the Skeeters single season record, which was 62. It was set back in 2013. The answer, Gary Majeski, the former big leaguer. He had those 62 saves, or 62 appearances, excuse me. We'll see if Johnston appears in 3 of the final 5 games, including tonight, to equal that mark. It'll be tough. Juan Martinez, 1-0 count. He bats from the right side. Singled his first time up, and here takes the knuckleball down and in. 2-0. He singled to left, then tried to score from first on Beamer Weems' line drive into left field, but was thrown out at the plate on a good relay. 2-0. There's a strike. Good pitch over the outside corner from Herrera. And the count goes to 2-1. Gotay shaded up the middle a bit, not behind second, but closer to the bag. Bigger hole on the right side. 2-1. Lined into left field. Another base hit from Martinez. Goes over to the line to retrieve it. Martinez around first. Took a big turn, but he's going to hold on. Almost stumbled going around first base. But he will have to hold on with the long single. And he is now 2 for 2. Skeeters hit Herrera hard the first time he faced them. That was back here at Constellation Field on August the 19th in a 9-5 game. Again, the Ducks had given Herrera an early 5-0 lead, but Herrera allowed 6 runs, all earned on 8 hits, and 3 walks in just 3 2/3 innings, struck out 2. And last year, pitching for Camden here in Texas, 5 innings and allowed 6 runs, 5 of them earned on 7 hits and 2 walks while striking out 3. And in that one, took a no decision as the River Sharks won it 13-9. Here he misses low to Patrick Palmero. And the count 1-0. Doesn't have the same sharpness tonight as he has had in recent starts. Has already allowed 7 hits in the first 3 innings plus the first batter of the 4th. Here comes the 1-0. Pitch on the way. And that is taken for a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. You wonder if the humidity here tonight has anything to do with it, if that's making life a little bit more tougher on him. So you got the knuckleball where he wants. Herrera is from Texas, though. He's pitched in this heat before. From Odessa, Texas. Went to the famous Permian High School. 1-1. And this is on the ground on the left side. Cody Puckett picks it up. He goes to Gotay for 1 onto first, double play. Second straight inning, the Ducks with a twin killing. 5-4-3 around the horn they go. Palmero now 0 for 2. Base is empty, 2 away, and up to the plate steps Beamer Weems. So here is Weems from the right side. Weems, the righty hitter, drove in the first run of the game for Sugarland. And here he hits a high fly ball in a left. Vega started back. Now he's racing in full speed. He'll get to the spot, though. Loses the hat, as is very often the case, but makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. Good job by Herrera to bounce back after allowing the single to lead off the inning. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left on base. Heading to the 5th here in Texas. Ducks and the Skeeters all tied up at 3 apiece.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Bobby Blevins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolette patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Enjoy the ultimate VIP fan experience at Bethpage Ballpark this season by taking in a Ducks game from the exclusive Trouttown Fan Can. Presented by Roscoe Beer Company, the Fan Can is available for rental at all Ducks home games. It features 12 Dream Seat theater-style padded seats, beverage holders, an air-conditioned atmosphere, and an incredible view of the game. Packages are now available with food and beverage included. To reserve your Fan Can outing today, call the Ducks Group Sales Department at 631-940-3825. The Trouttown Fan Can at Bethpage Ballpark. Your VIP experience awaits. Ducks fans, on a warm, humid night like tonight, no better way to chill out than with a cold cup of Hampton Coffee Company Gourmet Iced Coffee. It's available at the concession stands here at Bethpage Ballpark. Or not here at Bethpage Ballpark, but at Bethpage Ballpark back on Long Island. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or check out their cafes in the Hamptons. Top of the order due up for the Ducks in the fifth against Sean Gallagher. It will be Phelan Lentini to lead off, followed by Dan Lyons and Delta Cleary Jr. First pitch fastball is taken on the outside corner for strike one. Lentini 0 for 2 thus far on the night with a strikeout and a ground out to short. The top two in the order for the Ducks are 0 for 4. And here Lentini lifts one out in the air to left center field. Long run in for the left fielder Jeff Dominguez. He'll make the running catch. Lentini retired on the fly out to left. Quickly one away in the fifth inning. That was Gallagher's 80th pitch of the night. 50 of those 80 have been for strikes. So hasn't been super efficient. And that first inning is what killed him. He got his pitch count up around 30 in that first inning. But has settled down nicely since, allowing just to walk in the hit by pitch over the last 3 1/3 innings now. Dan Lyons now to the plate from the right side. Gallagher winds and fires, and Lyons takes a fastball at the knees for a called strike, 0-1. Lyons with a fly out to right in the first, a great diving catch down the line by Jeremy Barfield, and then a ground out back to the mound in the third inning. 0-1, and a breaking ball drops in, another called strike. And Gallagher certainly seems to have settled into tonight's game, and he's now ahead 0-2. Third baseman Patrick Palmero plays right near the bag, the 0-2. And Lyons checks his swing on a breaking ball downstairs. That is ball one. Gallagher, we mentioned his most recent start was a struggle. He allowed 7 runs, 5 of them earned on 13 hits over 5 innings, but got the win at Southern Maryland on September the 9th as Skeeters scored 18 runs in an 18-11 win. Here Lyons a foul ball to the first base side on the high fastball. Prior to that, he had allowed 3 runs or less in 4 straight outings. So he was pitching very well. Again, we mentioned he has 4 starts this year. Only one of them have come here in Texas against the Ducks. That was back on May 18th in a 3-0 Ducks win. 1-2 is a swing and a miss. Lyons cuts through the high fastball. 5th strikeout of the night for Gallagher. Just like that, 2 away in the 5th inning. In that start, Gallagher allowed 3 runs, 2 of them earned on 5 hits over 7 innings, walked 2 and struck out 2. But again, took the loss. His 3 starts after that against the Ducks all came at Bethpage Ballpark. He threw 8 innings of 1-run ball on June 3rd. And struck out 9. He did walk 5 and gave up 4 hits, but struck out 9 and limited the damage to just 1 run. As the Skeeters won that game 3-1. Breaking ball strike to Delta Cleary Jr., 0-1. July 1st, took a no decision in an 8-4 loss, but threw 6 scoreless innings, allowing 5 hits and 2 walks while striking out 9 again. So taken outside, even up the count at 1-1. And then on July 30th at Bethpage Ballpark, a 2-0 loss for the Skeeters. He allowed 2 runs on 6 hits over 6 innings, walking 2 and striking out 5. 1-1, Cleary Jr., a line drive in a left field, a base hit. Good piece of hitting for Cleary Jr. His second hit of the night the opposite way. He had a double to left center back in the first inning. And now a single through the left side in between third and short, a 2-out base hit. And for the Ducks, their first hit since the opening inning, fourth of the night.
Designated hitter, number 20, Luke Ford.
So that'll give Lou Ford an opportunity to come to the plate with 2 down in the top of the 5th inning. Cleary Jr. has excellent speed. We'll see if Kevin Byes tries to get him in motion here to put the tying run in a scoring position. Takes his lead off of first. Gallagher's first pitch, and Ford takes a fastball outside, ball 1. Cleary Jr. did not go. Ford tonight has drawn a pair of walks, one in the first, one in the third. He scored in the first and was stranded at first in the third. Cleary Jr. takes his lead. Throw over, and he dives back safely. No surprise to see Gallagher keeping a close eye on him. Cleary Jr. with 30 steals this year in 39 attempts, second most on the Ducks behind Lentini's 48. From the stretch to 1-0, and Ford lines one deep in the air but foul down the right field line, well over everything. They count 1-1. Ford, a native of Texas. He's from Beaumont, Texas, which isn't too far from here, a couple hours away. But now makes his home on Long Island in Central Islip, the Ducks' hometown. 1-1 from Gallagher. Ford swings and fouls this one back to the screen, late on the fastball. So Gallagher gets ahead in the count, 1-2.
Shane Brown, please report to the control room. Shane Brown, control.
So the count goes to 1-2 on Ford with 2 down and a runner at first. Ducks trying to break the 3-3 tie. Gallagher kicks and fires, and Ford takes this fastball up high and tight. Didn't really buzz him close to the head. He had to lean back out of the way of it, but a high fastball for taking the precaution. Second baseman here, Juan Martinez, shaded towards the middle. The third baseman, Palmero, close to the line. Here comes the 2-2, another throw over, and Cleary Jr. dives back safely. Right-hander has begun to toss in the bullpen. He's not really pitching 100% from the mound, but tossing from in front of the mound right now. Nothing doing for the Ducks in their bullpen. 2-2 pitch. There goes Cleary Jr. Ford swings and nubs one foul. First base side. Hit and run on there with 2 strikes and 2 outs. And Ford just caught a little piece. So we will do it once again with 2 balls and 2 strikes. After Ford will be Cody Puckett, who has an 2-run double and a run scored tonight. So the Ducks hoping to get him to the plate. He hit the ball hardest last time out, but it was caught in center. Cleary Jr. does not go. The 2-2 fastball is high and outside. That'll run the count full at 3-2. And so with the count full and 2 outs, the runner will be going on the pitch. That'll give Cleary Jr. a head start if Ford picks up a base hit or hits one into the gap down the lines. Cleary Jr. with his speed could potentially score on a single. 3-2, there he goes. Ford swings, lifts a pop-up in the air to shallow right. Racing in, Barfield, he'll get to the spot. And Barfield makes the catch to retire Ford and end the inning. So the Ducks get a 2-out base runner for the 3rd consecutive inning, but cannot move him past first base. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Ducks have left 4 on the night, or halfway through, and the ball game still tied up at 3 apiece.
Hey fans, this is catcher Mike Blank, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, the Trout Town fan can, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
bottom half of the 5th inning in a 3-3 ball game, rubber game of this 3-game series here in Texas. Jeff Dominguez will lead off. It'll be the top of the Skeeters order now after the Ducks' top 3 in the order managed just a single before Lou Ford popped out to end the inning. First pitch, knuckleball is in for a strike, 0-1. Dominguez tonight with a strikeout and a walk in his 2 plate appearances, scored back in the 3rd inning. Here comes the 0-1. Herrera kicks and fires, and this popped up foul, first base side of home plate into the crowd. And the count 0-2. There is a right-hander that has been warming again in the Skeeters bullpen. So you wonder if Gallagher might be done after 5 innings. Herrera, meanwhile, is at 61 pitches right now. This is low and inside for ball 1. But again, pitch count trivial for the most part with Herrera. We saw him go 140 last time, and with the knuckleball not as taxing on the arm. 1-2, and the knuckleball here misses a little low. So Dominguez works the count even up at 2-2. Obviously, leadoff walks are a big no-no, especially in a tie game. That's how the whole 3rd inning rally started, with a leadoff walk. 2-2. This is on the ground, a short. 2 hops for Lyons, who fields and fires a strike to first in time for the out. So Dominguez retired for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up the center fielder Rene Tassoni. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Get you caught up in action around the Atlantic League. Very important games going on all throughout the league. Bottom of the 5th inning at the ballpark at Harbor Yard in Bridgeport, Connecticut. The Somerset Patriots with a 1-0 lead over the Bridgeport Bluefish. A Bluefish win tonight could bring them to within 1 game of first place in the second half standings in the Liberty Division. First pitch here misses low for ball 1 to Rene Tassoni. Nick Turley, the starter tonight for Somerset, he's still on the mound. Chris Rurick, the starter for Bridgeport, he is still pitching. Brian LaHare is driven in the only run of the game. Check swing. And no swing, says the third base umpire Rodney Galloway. So the count now 2-0 on Tassoni, who's got a triple, a single, and a run scored tonight. 2-0 pitch on the way from Herrera, and Tassoni takes this knuckleball low, 3-0. In Southern Maryland, it's been all Blue Crabs tonight. They lead it 8-3 over the New Britain Bees, so that's obviously good news for both the Skeeters and for the Patriots. 3-0, and there's a strike on the outside corner. Kevin Vance on the mound currently after Darrell Thompson got the start for New Britain, or check that. That is Dylan Thompson got the start. 3-1. Fastball at the knees, a called strike. 3-2. Brian Burris, the starter for Southern Maryland, he is still in. Brian Nelson is 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. 3 other Blue Crabs have driven in a run. Swing and a miss by Tassoni. Good knuckleball diving down and away. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Big strikeout there of Tassoni. Just the 2nd strikeout of the night for Daniel Herrera. The first 2 batters are out in the 5th. That'll bring up the right fielder, Jeremy Barfield. Bees tonight have RBIs from James Skelton, who's 3 for 3, Michael Krause, and John Griffin. Bees right now 1 game behind the Skeeters in the overall standings, and 3 games behind the Patriots. A loss tonight and wins by both the Skeeters and the Patriots could be very crushing to their playoff hopes. First pitch here to Barfield is a strike on the outside corner, though the Bees and the Patriots will meet 4 times to close out the season up in New Britain, so that will be an exciting finish to the year. Herrera's 0-1, and Barfield swings and lines one, past the diving try of Dan Lyons, a base hit. Herrera was looking for the 1-2-3 inning for the first time tonight, but Barfield, who has lined out to short and reached on the error by Dan Lyons, singles to left. Now with 2 away, that'll bring up Delwyn Young. More good news for the Skeeters tonight is that the Barnstormers have a 4-2 lead over the York Revolution, top of the 8th inning at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Tyrell Harris got the start for York. Julio DePaula is now in. And for Lancaster, Joey Mayer was the starter. Pete Andrelzik now doing the pitching. 2 hits, 2 RBIs for both Trayvon Robinson and Dean Wilson for Lancaster. 2 hits and 2 RBIs for Andres Perez of York as Herrera deals a strike, 0-1. Tough loss to the Yankees today to the Dodgers in that series finale. They could have closed to within 1 game in the wild card chase, but they lose 2-0. Here comes the 0-1. Young swings and fouls one off to the first base side. And he's now behind it 0-2. 1 of 2 on the night with an RBI single and a ground out to the mound. Luis Avalon got the win for the Dodgers. He improves to 2-0. The loser was Dylan Betances of the Yankees. 2 unearned runs allowed in the 9th inning. He falls to 3-5. Here Young a pop-up. Foul territory. Mike Dowd chasing towards the third base side. He'll watch this go into the seats. About 2 rows back. And so now 0-2. Kenley Jansen picked up his 44th save of the year for the Dodgers. Justin Turner, the lone RBI, his 81st of the year. Mets, meanwhile, were defeated by the Nationals 1-0. They allowed 1 run in the bottom of the 7th to lose it. Tanner Rourke, the win, improved to 15-8. The loser was Fernando Salas, who fell to 0-1. A save to Mark Melancon, his 42nd of the year. Wilson Ramos, his 21st home run of the year, accounting for the lone run. 0-2. Young takes a fastball, called strike 3 on the inside corner. So Herrera snuck the fastball in there, struck out 2 in the inning, 3 for the night. And the Skeeters are kept off the scoreboard in the 5th inning. After 5 innings of play, 1 hit, 1 left on base in the 5th for Sugarland. Ducks and the Skeeters remain all tied up at 3 apiece.
Hey fans, this is infielder Matt Wessinger, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, PSEG Long Island customers. Want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free. It takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.pseglinY.com/savemoney.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Ducks fans follow throughout the rest of the season as the Long Island Ducks try and meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs, then Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. Well, the night is done for Sean Gallagher. 5 pretty strong innings. He had 1 bad inning. That was the first, when he allowed 3 2-out runs to score. After the first inning, allowed just a single, a walk, and a hit by pitch. So he did a pretty strong job after the rocky start and ultimately gave the offense a chance to come back in this game. The offense has done that to tie the score up at 3 apiece. And that is where we stand right now, 3-3. Ducks being out hit 8-4 in this game, but Herrera has done well to limit the damage. And Long Island has made the only error of this game, and that is what has allowed the tying run to score. Cody Puckett to the plate, takes a fastball strike, 0-1. Puckett has hit the ball hard twice. He's 1 of 2. A 2-run double to right center field in the first. He would later score on the RBI single by Gotay. And a pop out to center in the third, which was really more of a line drive. There he fouls one off. The count 0-2, chopped into the dirt at home plate. On the mound now for the Skeeters is John Velasquez. Second time the Ducks are seeing him in this series. He pitched 2 nights ago. So Velasquez replaces Gallagher. We'll get you his final line in a bit. Velasquez threw in the 5th inning and gave up an RBI single before getting 2 batters in a row out to end that inning. Oh, check that 1 batter out. He got Puckett out to end the inning. Here Puckett takes the ball. The count goes to 1-2. Puckett pumped out to third in that at bat. Here behind the count at 1-2. Velasquez set at the belt. Kicks and fires, and Puckett swings and pops it up foul first base this time. Young chasing over towards the stands. He's going to run out of room. So they'll well back into the seats. And so we will do it again. Add 1 ball and 2 strikes. Puckett with his 2 RBIs back in the first, now up to 72 runs batted in on the year. He and Lentini lead the team in that department. Velasquez calls time, wants to go through the signs again with his catcher, Wilfredo Rodriguez. Looks like Velasquez having trouble seeing the signs. So Rodriguez rubs his fingers in the white chalk. 1-2. And Puckett swings and misses, chasing a slider down and away. Velasquez gets the strikeout, his first. One away in the 6th. 5 innings tonight for Gallagher. He has up 4 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, walked 2, struck out 5, and hit a batter. It's obviously not the best line, but ultimately did his job after that first inning of settling in and giving the offense a chance to come back, which they have. 1 away, and now Ruben Gotay to the plate. From the stretch, first pitch from Velasquez, and Gotay swings and misses. Fastball down in the zone, 0-1. Velasquez on the year for the Skeeters has had some struggles, 48 games, 2 of which are starts. He's 3-2 with a 4.70 ERA. 58 hits allowed in 59 and a third innings, 21 walks to 41 strikeouts. Nothing doing for the Ducks in their bullpen, so it looks like Herrera will stay in. 0-1. Gotay takes down and in. That'll even up the count at a ball and a strike. RBI single through the left side by Gotay in the first inning, and then a strikeout looking in the third on a pitch he thought was too far inside. 1-1 pitch coming up. Velasquez kicks and deals, and Gotay takes down in the dirt. A good block by Rodriguez, though nobody on base. And the count goes to 2-1. 3-3 ball game, top of the 6th here in Texas. Velasquez with a 2-1, and Gotay fouls one off over the screen to the third base side out of play. That evens up the count. Velasquez trying to work a scoreless inning here in the 6th. Tyler Colvin will be next for Long Island. 2-2 on the way. Right-hander kicks and fires, and Gotay takes a breaking ball that misses down and away. Good eye by Gotay. Gotay leads the team in walks this season. Entering tonight, he has drawn a total 56 walks. And here he smacks a high drive in the air down the right field line. This will hook foul, though, and well out of play. So a good swing, but a bit out in front. Count remains 3-2. Ducks still looking for their first home run of this series. This is not a ballpark that is kind for hitters. Unless you hit it out to left field, very difficult to get it over the wall. 3-2. Gotay smacks one high in the air to right again. This time it is shallow, though, along the line. Long run for Barfield. And he'll get to the spot and make the catch. Gotay retired on the pop-up to right. 2 away in the inning. And now we'll leave it up to Tyler Colvin. So the Ducks, who yesterday got off to a fast start, but then were quieted offensively in terms of runs from the 3rd inning through the 9th yesterday. Got off to the fast start tonight with 3 in the 1st, but have managed just 1 single since. They've not gotten a runner past first base since that 1st inning. And here Colvin swings and misses at the fastball down low for strike 1. Colvin tonight over 2. He has bounced back to the mound and popped to right. And again, we mentioned this before, he is going to need to be relied upon to contribute during the playoffs. This one misses low and outside, even the count at 1-1. First base is always a position where you expect to get a lot of contributions offensively, and Colvin was brought in with the ability to hit the home run. He's hit 4 of them, but he has struggled with his average, hitting just 194 coming in. 1-1. That fastball misses low and away for ball 2. He's also been injured during the course of the season, so that obviously has hampered him a bit. But has been back from the injury for quite some time now and just has struggled to gain some consistency at the plate. 2-1. And here he hits a high drive in the air to shallow right again. Going out, Delwyn Young racing towards the line is Barfield. In foul ground, Barfield reaches up. And I think he made the catch. He did. Barfield leaping up onto the tarp down the right field line makes the catch. His second fabulous play of this game. And boy, Jeremy Barfield really doing it all and making his candidate his candidacy known, I should say, for Atlantic League Player of the Year. So the Ducks go in order against Velasquez in the 6th. We head to the bottom half of the frame, still tied up at 3 apiece.
Hey fans, this is catcher Mike Dowd, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Ducks and the Skeeters remain tied up at 3. It's been that way since the bottom of the 3rd inning, and we'll see who can break this tie. Daniel Herrera back out for his 6th inning of work. And it'll be Rodriguez, Sawatsky, and Martinez. 5, 6, and 7 in the order for Sugar Land coming to the plate. Michael Pollock here bringing you all the action from Constellation Field in Sugar Land, Texas. Thanks so much for joining us here on your Wednesday night, wherever you may be tuning in. Whether you're joining us back on Long Island, the East Coast, or here in Texas, we appreciate you joining us for the rubber game of this 3-game set. Ducks looking for the series win. The Skeeters looking to do the same. Long Island won 11-3 here on Monday night, a big-time victory, one that they desperately needed to showcase the offense, which has been struggling in recent weeks. There's a breaking ball strike to Rodriguez, 0-1. But really, these last 2 series, the offense has come alive a bit, and that is a good sign to see. 0-1 is a check swing on a pitch up high in the zone. That is taken for ball 1. Unfortunately for the Ducks, last night and tonight, the defense has let them down. 2 double play balls hit into by Jeremy Barfield, or what should have been. But Gotay last night, Lions tonight making errors that have cost them runs. 1-1 is taken low and inside for a ball. And the count goes to 2-1. Rodriguez tonight over 2. He bounced into one of the double play balls, a ground out to short in the 3rd, and then a ground out to short again in the 2nd. Here this time, though, he singles past Dan Lyons and into left center field for a base hit. Leadoff single for Rodriguez here in the 6th. And that is the 9th hit of the night for Sugar Land off of Herrera.
Shortstop number 14, Zawatsky.
So Zawatsky will come to the plate with Rodriguez on as the go-ahead run. And we'll see if the Skeeters try and play small ball at all to get the runner to scoring position for Juan Martinez, who has a pair of hits tonight. I think that will probably be the case. Zawatsky tonight is 1 for 2 with a double and a ground out to second. Has 2 sack bunts on the year, though. He swings away here and he pops it up a mile high in the air to short. Dan Lyons will make the call on the catch. And that's surprising. Gary Gaetti is very much a small ball manager, and in a tie game in the bottom of the 6th inning with the Ducks offense struggling to score and really get runners on base, Zawatsky swings away. He does not have a sacrifice bunt. Check that. He has 2 sacrifice bunts on the year. But he pops out for the first out. And now Juan Martinez will come to the plate, and the ground ball here could get Herrera out of the inning. Ducks have turned 2 double plays in this game. First pitch. That's ripped to third, caught by Cody Puckett. He will not be able to get the out at first. But a nice catch made by Puckett, who had Martinez played perfectly along the line. Another hard hit ball for Juan Martinez, who had singles to left in both the 2nd and the 4th. Lines out here in the 6th, and now Patrick Palmero will come to the plate. So here is Palmero to bat from the right side with 2 down. Herrera trying to work around the leadoff single from Rodriguez in the 6th. Left-hander is ready. His first offering, knuckleball popped up in the air to shallow left. Out goes Lyons, in comes Vega. Vega makes the call, and he will make the catch to end the inning. So good job by Herrera after allowing the leadoff single to Rodriguez to get 3 quick outs. Zawatsky on the pop out to short, Martinez on the line out to third, and Palmero on the fly out to left. All 3 on the first pitch. So he allowed the single through 3 straight pitches, got 3 straight outs. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. 6 in the books, all tied at 3.
Hi, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
On to the 7th inning. Ducks and the Skeeters are tied up at 3. Mike Dowd will lead things off. Zach Zinicola will get his first action of this 3-game set for Sugar Land as he comes on to pitch in the 7th. And the right-hander deals the first pitch of the frame to Dowd, who grounds 1-2 short. 2 hops for Zawatsky, who fields on the backhand and throws out Dowd at first. Everybody swinging first pitch. Last 3 hitters of the bottom of the 6th for Sugar Land, and now the leadoff hitter for the Ducks in the 7th. All swing first pitch. All are retired. 1 out, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Anthony Vega. Dowd is now 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch back in the 4th. John Velasquez, a scoreless inning in the 6th. Strikeout and 2 flyouts, nothing further. Here's Vega, who has struck out twice tonight. Last night he went down. He actually did not go down last night. He was off last night, but went down 4 times on Monday, although he did have 2 hits, a run batted in, and 2 runs scored. Takes a strike, nothing and 1. Zinicola works out of the stretch, the 0-1. And Vega takes low. This skips all the way back to the backstop. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Vega strikeout swinging in the 2nd and the 4th, and after a strikeout in the 4th, visibly upset, he slammed his bat down on home plate. Or not on home plate, but on the home plate circle on his way back to the dugout. And obviously that's been something that has frustrated him, especially here in the second half. He had such a strong start to the season, but has had trouble with it here in the second half. Here comes a 1-1. Kicking the pitch. And Vega takes low and inside. 4-2. And obviously come next week when the playoffs start, they're going to want a guy like him to get on base, especially with his speed. 2-1. And that fastball taken outside, 3-1. He's had some success in recent weeks with bunt singles. I'm surprised we don't see him do it more. Obviously, teams could try and catch on, but right now, the defenders are playing back behind the grass by a pretty good amount. It's not going to be easy with Vega's speed to get him out if he tries to lay one down. 3-1 is hit high in the air to right and hit well. Barfield going back. Warning track at the wall. You can forget it. A solo home run into the Skeeters bullpen for Anthony Vega, his 10th of the year, which ties him for the team lead, and the Ducks break the 3-3 tie in the 7th with a solo home run from Anthony Vega to take a 4-3 lead. What a big lift for a guy who absolutely needed a ball to be hit over the wall like that as Anthony Vega goes yard. 10th home run, 42nd run batted in of the year, and the Ducks have the lead in the 7th at 4-3. That'll bring up Phelan Lentini from the right side. First pitch on the way, and Lentini fouls one back to the screen. 0-1 for the Ducks. That is home run number 80 on the season. So they'll need to find a way to hit 20 in the next 4 games, plus the rest of this one to meet the Champions Home Run Challenge. That will be extremely difficult. But if they do end up hitting 100 home runs, Champions Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. This one fouled back to the screen. And the count 0-2 on Lentini, who tonight is hitless in 3 at-bats, a strikeout, a groundout, and a flyout in the 1st, 2nd, and 5th, respectively. Again, for Phelan Lentini, trying to tie what Lou Ford did in 2014 and play in all 140 games. He is 136 out of 136 thus far with tonight's game. Now the 0-2. Now Lentini takes the fastball up high from Zinicola for ball 1. For Zinicola, this is appearance number 59 on the season. And he is 2-4 with a 2.72 ERA, has 3 saves. 1-2. Ground ball hit towards third, fielded on one big hop by Patrick Palmero. His throw across the diamond in time. So Lentini now 0 for 4, and with 2 away, that'll leave it up to the shortstop, Dan Lyons.
Dan Lyons.
So 2 away. And Dan Lyons will come to the plate. He is 0 for 3 with a flyout, a groundout, and a strikeout, just like Lentini, but in reverse order. First pitch is nubbed on the ground weakly here. Third base side of the mound. Zinicola picks it up, throws over to first in time for the out. So Lyons retired on the swinging bunt, and that'll end the inning. But Anthony Vega, a solo home run with 1 out here in the 7th, his 10th of the year, tying him with Mike Blank for the team lead. And in the top of the 7th, it's time to stretch. Ducks have broken the tie, and they lead it 4-3.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Nick Struck, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
The Ducks' 80th home run of the season comes off the bat of Anthony Vega. A clutch solo home run to right with one out in the top of the 7th off of Zach Sinicola. It gives the Ducks a 4-3 lead. And as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning, Daniel Herrera will stay on the mound. And he is going to face the 9-1-2 hitters for Sugarland, Beamer Weems, Jeff Dominguez, and Rene Tassoni. So Herrera will wind and fire the first pitch of the inning to Weems, and he swings and grounds one past the mound toward short. Dan Lyons charges, fields, throws from behind second in time for the out. That is now 4 straight Skeeters batters who have swung first pitch, and all 4 have been retired. You'd think they'd want to see a couple pitches and maybe try and work his pitch count up, although it doesn't really matter for him. So there is the first out of this inning, and that will bring up the switch hitting Jeff Dominguez. Looking out in the bullpen in right center, there is a right-hander warming up for the Ducks. I believe it is Danny Barawa. In case Herrera runs into any trouble in this inning, or maybe for when Barfield comes to the plate, if he does. First pitch to Dominguez, and he'll take the knuckleball this time on the outside corner for strike one. He thought about going, but he decided to hold up. Dominguez tonight 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Herrera's 0-1 pitch, and Dominguez a weak hack, about a half swing. Didn't want to go and then realized it was going to be a strike and only went halfway, but it's strike anyway, and it's 0-2. Herrera currently at 86 pitches, 59 for strikes. Here comes the 0-2 delivery. And Dominguez a swing and a miss, strike 3, cuts through the knuckleball down in the zone. Strikeout number 4 on the night for Herrera, and there is the second out quickly here in the 7th. So with 4 strikeouts, Herrera has tied his season high in that department. The most he has struck out since coming into the Atlantic League was 7. And he did that back on August the 15th of last year with the Camden River Sharks against the Somerset Patriots. Rene Tassoni swings at strike 1. He struck out last time back in the 5th inning. After getting hits his first 2 at-bats, 0-1 here is fouled off. The glove of Mike Dowd. And the count 0-2. Tassoni had tripled in the first inning with 1 out and ended up getting stranded there. Then he singled to right in the 3rd after the leadoff walk to Dominguez and ultimately scored what tied the game back in the 3rd inning on the double play ground out by Rodriguez. Here he takes the ball, and the count goes to 1-2. Herrera obviously wants to get him out here with Barfield waiting in the on-deck circle. Left-hander winds and fires the 1-2 delivery, and Tassoni takes the breaking ball low and outside for ball 2. We'll see what Kevin Baez does with Barfield on deck if he does come to the plate, if he'll stick with Herrera or go to the righty in the bullpen. Skeeters also have a right-hander warming up. 2-2, and this is fouled off down the left field line. Pitch came up and in, and Tassoni fought it off, so we'll do it again at 2-2. Herrera looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning in the 7th. He has yet to retire the Skeeters in order. Faced the minimum 3 in the 4th, but gave up a leadoff single. 2-2. And the knuckleball here grounded weakly up the first baseline. Herrera charges after it, but it goes foul. I'd say no harm, no foul, but it indeed was a foul, so Herrera will get a fresh baseball from the home plate umpire, David Frame, and head back to the pitching mound. Tassoni will head back to the plate. And we'll have another 2-2 offering coming from the Ducks' left-handed knuckleballer. Long Island being out hit by 4, 9-5, but they now have a 4-3 lead, getting the lead back after losing it in the 3rd. Herrera wants to do some maintenance behind the mound. It looked like he rubbed that left hand in the dirt a little bit, just to get a better grip on the baseball. Here comes another 2-2. Herrera winds and fires, and Tassoni will swing and pop it up. Right near home plate, Mike Dowd on the right side of the plate, loses the mask, makes the catch, and a strong inning for Herrera, a 1-2-3 inning for the first time tonight, following the home run from Vega in the top half of the 7th. Let's head to the 8th here in Texas. Ducks with a 4-3 lead over the Skeeters.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Anthony Vega, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Anthony Vega's solo home run in the top of the 7th has the Ducks in front 4-3. Ducks fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle Lynch shop on your next visit to Bethpage Ballpark, where exclusive hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. On to pitch for the Skeeters, their third reliever of the night and fourth right-handed pitcher overall tonight. That is Mark Haynes, who was recently acquired in a trade from the American Association earlier in the week. He was with the Kansas City T-Bones earlier this season. And he will take over after Zach Sinicola allows the home run in the 7th. So right now he is the pitcher of record. Gallagher will get a no decision tonight after going 5 innings of 3-run ball. Right now it would be Herrera in line for the win, Sinicola for the loss. It looks like a right-hander still warming for the Ducks out in the bullpen in right center field. It looks to be now Amalio Diaz, who might have begun to start getting loose. First pitch on the way to Delta Cleary Jr., and he takes the fastball above the belt for ball 1. Ideally, the Ducks would be looking to get some insurance runs here in the 8th and give the bullpen some breathing room. Cleary Jr. a switch hitter from the left side against the right-hander Haynes. Here's the 1-0, and that fastball high and outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Haynes pitched here 2 nights ago in the 9th inning, walked Mike Blank to start the inning, allowed a 2-out single to Carlos Hughes, but struck out the side. Was able to avoid any run scoring. 2-0, and that is a fastball at the knees for a strike, 2-1. Try to keep it an 11-1 game. He was able to do that. Skeeters got 2 unearned runs in the 9th, but not enough as the Ducks won 11-3. Throws hard, that is for sure. 2-1, and that fastball catches a piece of the outside corner, another called strike. So the count goes to 2-2. Cleary Jr. tonight is 2 for 3. A double to left center in the first, a single to left in the 5th, and scored back in the first as well. He bounced to third in the 3rd. 1-2-2, and that's ripped on the ground towards the middle. Backhanded stop made by Martinez. He juggled it initially, but recovered and threw Cleary Jr. out at first, 1 away in this 8th inning. Cleary Jr. with good hustle up the first baseline to try and beat it out. But Martinez was able to recover after initially bobbling the baseball, 1 away. And that will bring Lou Ford up to the plate. Here's Ford from the right side. He's been on base twice tonight. First pitch to him here is a fastball a bit above the belt. And the count goes to 1-0. Ford a walk in the first inning, a walk in the 3rd. Also scored in the 1st. And then popped out to right in the 5th. Haynes winds on the 1-0. That breaking ball misses down in the dirt for a ball. And the count goes to 2-0 on Lou Ford. So we'll see if Herrera is done after 7 strong innings tonight. 3 runs. He did allow 9 hits, but limited the damage. Wasn't helped out by the defense back in the 3rd inning. The tying run came across because of an error on Dan Lyons. 2-0. That's ripped down the left field line by Ford. It is going to get down for a base hit. Backhanded it in the corner was Jeff Dominguez, and that's going to hold Ford to a single. Good job by Dominguez to get over and cut it off. So Lou Ford has his first hit of the night. He's been on base 3 times now. The Ducks get a 1-out single from Ford. That'll bring Cody Puckett to the plate. Earlier this year with Kansas City, Haynes pitched out of the bullpen 40 appearances. He had 15 saves for them and posted a 5-2 record with a 3.25 ERA. Gets the sign from Rodriguez. His first pitch on the way to Cody Puckett. Kicks and fires, and Puckett will take a fastball at the knees on the inside corner for strike 1. 44 1/3 innings for Haynes, 32 hits, 19 runs, 16 of them earned. Walked 31 and struck out 50. He's pitched in independent baseball his entire career, all in the American Association up until this point. Look over to first and back safely. There is Ford. Again, not really much of a stolen base threat. He's not attempted a steal this year, and with that hamstring injury, I don't think he's going to be testing it at this point. 0-1. And Puckett swings and nubs one foul at the plate, out in front of a breaking ball and just caught a little piece. And so the count 0-2. Last year, Haynes had a lot of struggles with Amarillo in 17 games. He was 1-1 with an 8.10 ERA. 1 run in 3 1/3 innings also with Laredo, 2.70 earned run average in his time there. But definitely struggled last year, much better this season. And now gets an opportunity to pitch in the Atlantic League, possibly in the playoffs. 0-2, Puckett lifts one in the air to shallow center. Going out, the second baseman Dominguez is there. And he'll make the catch to retire Puckett. So Puckett retired on the pop out. He's now 1 of 4 on the night after having that two-run double back in the first. He has flown out, struck out, and popped out. With 2 away, that'll leave it up to Ruben Gotay. Gotay, a switch hitter batting from the left side. He is 1 of 3 on the night with an RBI single that came back in the first. It looks as though Amalio Diaz has been warming out in the bullpen in right center. We'll see if he comes on for the 8th with the lead of at least 1. First pitch, Gotay takes the fastball strike. Outside corner, 0-1. Since the single, Gotay struck out in the 4th looking and popped to right in the 6th. Ford leads, being held on by Young, and Haynes looks over there just to chase him back. Gotay had Monday off before playing last night. 0-1 coming up from Haynes, kicks and fires. Gotay takes the fastball low and outside. Now leaving the count at 1-1. Gotay's single in the first was his first hit of the series. The 1 for 3 tonight. He is now 1 of 5 in the series with 2 RBIs. Had a sac fly yesterday. 1-1. Haynes deals. Gotay takes the fastball on the outside corner. That's strike 2. Ford, who now has a hit and 2 walks, is 2 for 6 in this series with those walks and a run scored. Haynes comes set. Here comes the 1-2. Peers over his shoulder, deals to the plate. Gotay smacks one on the ground on the left side for Palmero. He fields and fires on a first for the out. And Haynes works around the single by Ford. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left for the Ducks. We have played 7.5 tonight here at Constellation Field. Ducks 4 and the Skeeters 3.
Hey fan, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr. and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the beer garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Ducks fans, do you want frequent updates on team transactions, scores, store specials, and the status of upcoming games? Well, then you should follow the Long Island Ducks on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucks. With Twitter, the faithful flock will be able to follow their Ducks and find out more information regarding nightly promotions, player signings, league activities, and so much more. The Ducks are tweeting right now. You can follow along at twitter.com/LIDucks. Daniel Herrera's night is over. Another strong start for him. He leaves in line for the win if the Ducks bullpen can record the final 6 outs, keeping the lead intact. Ducks are in front 4-3. And Amalio Diaz will come on, the setup man, to pitch here in the 8th. And he'll be facing the heart of the order for the Skeeters. It'll be Jeremy Barfield, Delwin Young, and Wilfredo Rodriguez. So he has certainly got his work cut out for him. But Diaz will look to try and keep this 1-run lead intact. And overall, Daniel Herrera, despite the 9 hits given up over 7 innings, did very well to get out of some jams. Stranded 5 runners on base and would have given up 1 less run if not for a mishap by the Ducks on the defensive end in the 3rd when the man at the plate, Jeremy Barfield, hit what should have been a double play ball to Dan Lyons. Lyons mishandled it. Everybody was safe. And eventually the tying run scored when Tassoni came home on a double play ball by Wilfredo Rodriguez. First pitch from Diaz to Barfield coming up. Kicks and fires, and Barfield swings and misses. Almost swung out of his shoes right there on a fastball over the outside corner. 0-1. Barfield tonight is 1 of 3. He line is short in the 1st, reach on the aforementioned error by Lyons in the 3rd, and then single through the left side in the 5th. Puckett plays right along the line at 3rd, and Lyons over in the hole between 3rd and short, so a big hole up the middle towards left center. Gotai is shaded towards the middle. The 0-1, and Barfield takes another fastball that is in at the knees for a strike. Dowd was set up outside. The pitch came back over the plate, but about knee high, right at the bottom of the strike zone. Good pitch for Diaz, and he's ahead quickly here, 0-2. Left-hander warming in the bullpen for the Skeeters. Now the 0-2 coming from Amalio Diaz. Fires to the plate, and Barfield swings and misses. Strike 3. Blew the fastball by him over the outside corner. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Barfield is down. First strikeout of the night for Diaz, and 1 away.
First baseman number 24,
Amalio Diaz dialing it up there to retire the dangerous Barfield. 7 innings tonight for Herrera, 9 hits, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned. He walked 1 and struck out 4. He has now allowed 2 earned runs or less in a total of 4 consecutive starts. And he really has become valuable to this Ducks rotation. First pitch here from Diaz to Young. And he'll take a fastball at the knees on the outside corner for strike 1. Diaz hitting his spots here in the early going. Young tonight is 1 for 3, an RBI single to left back in the 3rd inning. And before that, bounced back to the mound after it struck out looking in the 5th. Here comes the 0-1. Diaz set at the belt. Kicks and fires, and Young grounds one to the right side. Tyler Colvin to his right will field it. He'll flip it to Diaz, covering at first in time for the out. So Young retired on the bouncer, 2 away in the 8th. Now we'll leave it up to Wilfredo Rodriguez. So here is Rodriguez from the right side. Tonight he is 1 of 3. Single the lead off the 6th inning, but 3 straight retired on 3 pitches from Herrera. And Diaz will step back up onto the rubber to face Rodriguez. Diaz continues to work out of the stretch. This is his 51st appearance of the year. He's 5-2 with a 2.17 ERA and 4 saves. First pitch on the way. And this is hit on the ground to the left side and through for a base hit. So Rodriguez swings first pitch and singles in between third and short. That puts the tying run on with 2 away. And that will give an opportunity for Lance Sawatsky to come to the plate. Diaz obviously wants to get Sawatsky here. That would then set up the bottom 3 in the order to come to the plate in the bottom half of the 9th inning. That hit was the 10th of the night for the Skeeters. They're out hitting the Ducks 10-6, but it's Long Island who has the lead thanks to the Anthony Vega solo home run back in the 7th inning. Diaz set at the belt. First pitch on the way to Sawatsky, and he will check his swing on a pitch down in the zone. He was able to hold up. And so the count 1-0. Sawatsky tonight is 1 for 3. He doubled to right back in inning number 2. And then has since grounded to second and popped to short. Right now, Palmeiro, the only Skeeter who has yet to be on base in tonight's game. Everyone's got a hit except for Palmeiro and Dominguez, who has a walk. Now the 1-0 from Diaz to Sawatsky. Kicks and fires. Sawatsky takes the fastball off the outside corner. And now the Ducks right-hander all of a sudden behind at 2-0. Very sharp in his first 2 batters, but allows the single to Rodriguez. And now behind at 2-0 on Sawatsky. Dangerous hitters count. Ball got loose on the field out in right. And so Phelan Lentini recovers and throws it back into the Skeeter bullpen. Bullpens here are enclosed by fencing, so those sitting out in the bullpen can see the action going on the field, and we can see who's warming up in the bullpen. 2-0 pitch. Diaz delivers, and Sawatsky swings and lines one into left field. That is going to get down for a base hit towards the line. It heads into the corner. Rodriguez on his way to third, being waved around. Here comes the relay throw in from Dan Lyons to the plate, and Rodriguez is a dead duck. He is out. For the 2nd time in this game, Vega to Lyons, 2 down, gets the out at home plate, and that keeps the 1-run lead intact. An overly aggressive send by the third base coach of the Skeeters, and Rodriguez was out by about 15 feet at home plate. It was not even close. So Sawatsky gets the double down the left field line. Rodriguez has put out 7-6-2, another outfield assist for Anthony Vega, and that ends the inning. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left. We head to the 9th. Ducks still in front, 4-3.
Hey fans, this is outfielder and bench coach Lou Ford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Absolutely incredible. For the 2nd time tonight, the Ducks nail a runner at the plate trying to score. Back in the, what inning was it now that I'm looking back? It was back in inning number 2 with the score 3-1 in favor of Long Island. Beamer Weems had lifted a single to the left that scored Sawatsky from third base, and Martinez tried to score from first on the play and was thrown out at the plate from Vega to Lyons to Dowd, with Dowd taking a hard slide from Martinez but holding on to it. And then in the 8th inning, Lance Sawatsky lifts the ball down the left field line for a double past Anthony Vega. He gets to it quickly to fire it back in, and the third base coach, who I don't know if it's Parker Frazier. Frazier has number 11 listed on the roster, and whoever's coaching over at third wears number 11. I don't know if it's him, but whoever was coaching at third was waving him around, and Rodriguez was thrown out 7-6-2 again. Vega to Lyons to Dowd. Second time in this game they have teamed up for an out at the plate, and it keeps the Ducks in front by a run. First pitch here from Dan Runzler, who comes in, and he deals a strike. And so they count 0-1. So that keeps the lead intact. The Ducks still in front by a run, and they'll look to add to it here in the 9th inning. Todd Coffey likely will come on and try and close it out here. Colvin a line drive in a right center. There's a base hit. Barfield over quickly to try and cut it off. Colvin turns first, but he's going to hold on right there as the throw comes in from Barfield. So Colvin's got his first hit of the night, a leadoff base hit over the glove of Juan Martinez at second. The Ducks get a runner at first against Runzler. He was brought in as a lefty with Colvin and then Vega two up in the inning. Dowd, who is sandwiched in between, will come to the plate now. See the Ducks try and play a little small ball to get the runner in a scoring position. I doubt it, but the Ducks obviously would like to get some insurance here in the 9th with Coffey slated to come in. First pitch to Dowd, and the fastball is taken low for ball one. Colvin now 1 of 4 on the night, and the Ducks now with 7 hits in this ball game. Dowd is 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch back in the 4th, bounced to short his last time up. That was in the 7th inning. 1-0. Dowd, a ground ball hit to second. This should be 2. They go to short for 1. The return to first is in time. And that's where now playing small ball ends up hurting the Ducks. Instead of potentially moving a runner in a scoring position with 1 out, Dowd grounds into the 4-6-3 double play. And just like that, 2 away, and that will bring up Anthony Vega. Well, Vega right now having, although he's only 1 of 3 on the night, having a big game. The home run to right in the 7th has given the Ducks the 4-3 lead, and he has started off 2 plays in which the Ducks relay and get the throw out at the plate, 7-6-2. He's had a ton of assists out in the outfield this year. Squares to bunt, pulls back and takes the ball low. And the count 1-0. Runzler pitched in last night's game through an inning and a third, and ended up getting charged for a run on 2 hits. No walks or strikeouts. He threw a wild pitch. And threw 17 total pitches, 10 of them for strikes. Squares here, drags it, first base side. Delwin Young's going to pick it up. He's got nobody to flip it to. That's what we've been saying. If I'm Anthony Vega, obviously he hit the home run and that was huge before, but if I'm Anthony Vega, I'm trying to use my speed. He's had trouble with strikeouts, and his speed is so good. If he can get the bunts down, he's going to beat it out almost every time. And he reaches with a bunt single, his second hit of the night. So Vega is on at first base. And up to the plate is going to step Phelan Lentini. Ducks now with 8 hits in the game, and Lentini, who has gone 0 for 4, due for a big hit right here. We'll see if Anthony Vega tries to take off for second. He's got to stay close, though, with the left-hander on the mound. Runzler will throw over there, and Vega walks back safely. Again, Tyler Colvin's been warming up in the bullpen. He is slated to come in for the 9th inning, and it'll be the bottom 3 in the order due up for the Skeeters: Martinez, Palmero, and Weems, who tonight combined have 3 hits in 9 at-bats. Martinez with 2 of them. First pitch here to Lentini is a fastball strike over the inside corner, 0-1. Lentini struck out, grounded out, flown out, and grounded out again. Last night, he was 1 for 4 with an RBI, a run scored, and a stolen base. He was 2 for 5 with a double and 3 RBIs, as well as 2 runs in the opener on Monday. Fouls went off here to the first base side, so he's now behind at 0-2. And he's trying to reach with Dan Lyons waiting on deck. The top of the order tonight, Lentini and Lyons combined are 0 for 8. Trying to make up for it here in the 9th. Runzler will step off the rubber and go through the signs again with Rodriguez. Runzler comes set. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball weakly hit to the first base side of the mound. Runzler will pick it up, though. He'll flip it to first in time for the out. And that'll end the inning. So the Ducks get 2 hits in the ninth, but they cannot play to run. No errors. They leave 1 on base. We get to the bottom of the ninth. Todd Coffey will try and close this one out as Ducks have a 4-3 lead over the Skeeters.
Hey fans, this is Todd Coffey, right-handed pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on Park in the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Hey, PSEG Long Island customers. Want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free. It takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.pseglyny.com/savemoney.
What a game this has been. The Ducks took a 3-0 lead in the first inning against Sean Gallagher. The Skeeters got a run in the second and 2 in the third, in part taking advantage of a Ducks error to tie the game. It stayed that way all the way until the 7th, when Anthony Vega, with 1 out against Zach Nicola, homered over the right field wall for his 10th of the season. Put the Ducks on top 4-3. The Skeeters threatened to score the tying run in the 8th with 2 outs against Diaz when Rodriguez singled and Zawatsky doubled, but Rodriguez was gunned down at the plate. Vega to lines to Dowd. Now Todd Coffey will come on and pitch the bottom of the 9th to try and earn the save. They'll be facing the bottom 3 in the Skeeters order. It'll be Martinez, Palmero, and Weems as the 3 due up. Looking out into the on-deck circle, though, it looks as though Travis Scott has already gone out there to pinch hit for Patrick Palmero, who is the only Skeeter that has yet to reach base tonight. So the Skeeters will look like they will go to their bench in this inning. First pitch from Coffey to Martinez coming up. The right-hander fires, and Martinez takes the fastball low and outside, 1-0. For Coffey, this is his 43rd appearance on the year, looking for save number 25. He is 3-4 with a 3.24 ERA overall. Cody Puckett plays right along the line at third. And the 1-0 from Todd Coffey is down and away again. He missed with a fastball. And now 2 balls and no strikes. Coffey earlier in the road trip and in recent days prior to the last 2 was battling some back trouble, so he was unavailable on Monday night. The Ducks didn't need him as they had an 11-1 lead going into the 9th. Now in a 1-run game he is in. 2-0 pitch. Martinez takes all the way. There's a fastball strike over the outside corner, 2-1. Martinez 2 of 3 tonight. He singled in the second, was thrown out later that inning trying to score from first on a base hit from Beamer Weems. Singled again in the 4th, and then lined out to third in the 6th. 2-1. Coffey kicks and fires. Martinez swings. It's a ground ball to short. Charging in is Dan Lyons. He fields. The throw on the run is in time for the out. Good play defensively by Dan Lyons. And there's the first out here in the bottom half of the 9th inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
So they make the announcement here as Travis Scott is going to come in to pinch hit for Patrick Palmero. Gary Gaetti made a couple big moves with his bullpen yesterday, goes to his bench here in the 9th to bring up the lefty hitter against the righty-dealing Todd Coffey. And so Travis Scott will get his first action of the night. He did not start this game, with the Ducks having Daniel Herrera on the mound, the left-hander, and Scott has struggled against left-handed pitching this year. But he will face the right-hander, Todd Coffey. And his first pitch on the way to Scott is swung in line into center field. There's a base hit. So Gary Gaetti makes the move to bring in the pinch hitter Travis Scott. He singles up the middle. And the Skeeters put the tying run on with one away. Sugar Land has two other players on their bench aside from Scott. They have the left fielder Johan Lamonta, and they have the backup catcher Albert Cordero. So I don't think either of those two have better speed, at least not noticeably better. So it doesn't look like they will go to their bench for a pinch runner. Now again, another pinch hitter, as it's going to be Johan Lamonta, a lefty, who comes up to face Coffey. Lamonta will pinch hit for Beamer Weems, who prior to this was 1 for 3 with an RBI. First pitch from Coffey. Now Lamonta takes the fastball outside, 1-0. Lamonta on the season for the Skeeters, 244 hitter. He's got 3 homers and 19 runs batted in. Gaetti gets the sign Coffey gets the sign and comes set. And the 1-0. There's a fastball that just missed again, just outside. Close pitch. And Coffey wanted that as a strike. He doesn't get it. Now 2-0. Left-handed hitters hitting 232 this year against Coffey. Right-handers at 266. So not a huge difference there, but lefties actually have hit worse this year against him. Now the 2-0. Coffey deals. Lamonta swinging a pop-up foul, third base side. This will go well out of play. And there's a strike for Coffey. Now 2 balls and a strike on Lamonta. Skeeters have 12 hits in this game. The Ducks have 8. And Travis Scott representing the tying run at first with 1 away. Tyler Colvin holding him on there. Here comes the 2-1. Coffey comes set, fires to the plate. Lamonta will swing it at a ground ball right back to the mound. Coffey fields, goes to Lions 1. Hunt to first, double play. Todd Coffey induces a 1-6-3 game-ending double play. This ball game is over. The Long Island Ducks win it by a final count of 4-3, and they pick up the series victory over the Sugar Land Skeeters, their first series win since their first series of the month of August, when they took 2 of 3 from the Somerset Patriots. A much-needed series win for the Ducks. They exchange the high fives out on the field right now. A sea of orange jerseys, and the Ducks on the home run from Anthony Vega in the 7th take the lead for good, and they come down here to Texas to not only win this 3-game set, but the season series against Sugar Land. Don't go anywhere. The post-game show is coming up next. We will recap this game and hand out the Player of the Game award. Ducks win it tonight 4-3 over Sugar Land.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Phelant Lentini, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey PSEG Long Island customers, want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free. It takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.pseglinY.com/savemoney.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, the Trout Town fan can, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Long Island Ducks winners tonight in the final of the 3 games here in Texas. They defeat the Sugar Land Skeeters 4-3. They take 2 of 3 from the Skeeters, their first series win since their first series of the month of August, when they took the first 2 games and ended up taking 2 of 3 from the Somerset Patriots. They have either split or lost every series they have played since that point. But this is a good sign, getting closer to the playoffs, that the Ducks are able to come away with the series victory over a very good Sugar Land Skeeters team that is vying for the second half Freedom Division title. And to come here on the road, win on the travel day by a resounding 11-3 margin, and to get a clutch home run from Anthony Vega, a guy who has struggled here in the second half but was an all-star in the first half of this season. And at the same time get 2 tremendous defensive plays when defense almost cost them big time in the series. It cost them yesterday and nearly did again today. But the Ducks come away with the win, and they will head on the plane tomorrow with a good feeling, as they have just taken 2 of 3 from a very good Sugar Land Skeeters team. Let's recap this game. It was a good start once again for the Ducks. For the 6th consecutive game over the last 2 series, the Ducks get the first run of the game with 2 outs in the first after a tremendous diving catch by Jeremy Barfield on Dan Lyons' fly out to right. Delta Cleary Jr. doubled to left field. Lou Ford followed with a walk, and then Cody Puckett drilled a 2-run double into the right center field gap. Puckett has now driven in a run in 4 straight and scored a run in 5 straight, as he would then come home on the RBI single from Ruben Gotay, and the Ducks have themselves a 3-0 lead after 1. But Sean Gallagher would settle in for the next 4 innings. He would allow only a walk, a hit by pitch, and a single, 1 in each inning, and ultimately did not allow any runs. Meanwhile, the Skeeters offense was able to come back. In the second inning with 1 out, Lance Sawatsky doubled to right, and then Juan Martinez singled to left field to put runners at first and third. Patrick Palmero popped out to left field for the second out, but then with 2 outs in the inning, Beamer Weems singled off the base of the wall in right. Sawatsky was able to score to make it a 3-1 game, and Martinez, who was running on contact, tried to score all the way from first, but a terrific relay from Vega to Lyons to Dowd at the plate. Dowd hanging on as Martinez slid in hard at the plate, and that kept it a 3-1 game. Then in the third inning, Daniel Herrera allowed a leadoff walk to Jeff Dominguez and a single to right to Rene Tassoni to put 2 on with nobody out. Jeremy Barfield then came to the plate and hit a ground ball to short, a 2-hopper that Dan Lyons would try and field, and should have been a double play, but Lyons on the shovel to second lost the handle on the baseball. And for the second straight night, a would-be double play ball off the bat of Barfield turns into no outs, and all of a sudden the bases are loaded with nobody out for the Skeeters. Delwyn Young followed with an RBI single to left to make it a 3-2 game. Wilfredo Rodriguez then grounded into a double play. Lyons was able to convert it this time, 6-4-3, but Tassoni scored the unearned run, and that tied up the ball game at 3. Sawatsky would ground out to second to end the inning, but at that point, 3-3 the score. Neither side would score in the 4th, 5th, or 6th innings. Neither side really was able to threaten much in those innings either. And then in the 7th, Zach Sinicola relieved John Velasquez, who threw a scoreless inning in the 6th. He retired Mike down to short for the first out of the inning, but then with 2 outs, Anthony Vega cranked a solo home run over the wall in right, his 10th of the year, which is now tied with Mike Blank for the team lead. A huge home run for a guy who has been struggling here in the second half, who had struck out his first 2 at-bats and clearly showed frustration, slamming his bat down after that second strikeout. Well, he comes up with a tremendous hit, and that gives the Ducks a 4-3 lead. Amalio Diaz, after a scoreless 7th inning from Daniel Herrera, would relieve Herrera in the 8th. He retired Barfield on a strikeout and Young on a ground out. But with 2 outs in the inning, Wilfredo Rodriguez singled to left field, and that would bring up Lance Sawatsky to the plate. Sawatsky would double down the line in left and into the corner, and that sent Rodriguez racing around third base. The third base coach for the Skeeters waving him in to try and score, but the terrific relay for the second time in this game from Vega to Lyons to Dowd got Rodriguez at the plate by at least 10, if not 15 feet. Wasn't even close, and that kept the Ducks in front 4-3. Long Island had 2 hits in the 9th against Mark Haynes, but could not score. And then in the bottom of the 9th, Todd Coffey came in, got Juan Martinez to ground to short for the first out. Then Gary Gaetti went back to his bench to bring in a couple of left-handed pinch hitters to try and get a rally going. The first pinch hitter was Travis Scott, taking over for Patrick Palmero, and he lined a first pitch single up the middle into center. Then Johan Lamonta was called upon a pinch hit for Beamer Weems, and he grounded into a 1-6-3 game-ending double play. Hard comebacker to Coffey, who got it, set himself, fired a strike to Lyons for the first out, and then they converted at first for the double play to end the game, and the Ducks win 4-3. The final totals from tonight's game: 4 runs, 3 hits, 8 hits, 1 error for the Ducks. They left a total of 6 men on base for the Skeeters, 3 runs on 12 hits. no errors. They too left 6. Daniel Herrera, who allowed 2 earned runs or less for the 4th consecutive outing, gets the win. He improves to 3-1 on the year. He has been doing a terrific job as a starter for the Ducks. The loser was Zach Sinicola, who allowed the home run to Anthony Vega in the 7th. He falls to 2-5. Todd Coffey collects his 25th save of the year. The game took a brisk 2 hours and 27 minutes in front of a crowd tonight of 3,314. Tonight, we're going to give Anthony Vega the player of the game honors. No question why. It was a tough start to his night as he struck out his first 2 times up, but he hits the game-winning home run in the 7th inning, a solo shot to right, his 10th of the year, and twice started plays to convert where they got outs at the plate, 7 to 6 to 2. Got to the ball quickly in the corner, threw to Dan Lyons, and then Lyons would relay the throw home. 2 big defensive assists for Vega. He had 2 hits on the night, including the game-winning home run, and tonight he's the player of the game. We'll take one more break. When we come back, the out-of-town scores, and then we'll wrap things up from Sugarland.
Hey fans, this is infielder Matt Wessinger, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Back here at Constellation Field one final time. The Ducks with a clutch 4-3 win tonight. They take the series from the Sugarland Skeeters 2 out of 3, and they win the season series against their Texas foes 11-9, and end up splitting the 10 games down here in Sugarland. A very big win for the Ducks, who will now head to York, Pennsylvania, and take on the Revolution in a 4-game series to close out the regular season. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Some big games with the Skeeters lost tonight. They had their eye on a couple of games. The good news is the Skeeters and the Revolution will remain tied. And when I say the good news, I mean for the Skeeters, is that the Skeeters and Revolution will remain tied for first place in the Freedom Division. York losing again tonight in Lancaster, 4-3 to the Barnstormers. The winning pitcher was Joey Mayer, who improved to 2-4. Tyrell Harris, the loss, fell to 5-7. And the save to Corey Burns, his 30th of the season. No home runs in the game. But for the Barnstormers, Trayvon Robinson and Dean Wilson each had 2 hits and 2 RBIs to lead the way. Andres Perez, the same, 2 hits, 2 runs batted in for York. In addition, Sugarland does not lose any ground to the New Britain Bees. The Bees also lost tonight by a count of 8-7 to the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. So when you look at it on the glass half full end, they didn't lose any ground to either teams. When you look at it on the glass half empty end, if Sugarland found a way to win the game tonight, they would really do much better in terms of cementing a playoff spot. They would have then had a 1-game lead over York in the division, and really 2 games since they own the tiebreaker, and they would have had a 2-game lead in the overall standings on New Britain in case a wild card scenario came into play. But ultimately, at least they stay tied with York and 1 game over New Britain. The winning pitcher, as the Blue Crabs won at 8-7, is Brian Burrs. He improves to 11-9. Dylan Thompson, the loss for New Britain, fell to 0-1. Cody Epley picked up his 31st save of the year. For the Bees, Cole Garner, his 7th home run. John Griffin, his 10th home run. To lead the way as they nearly came back from an early deficit, they were down 6-1 early. And for the Blue Crabs, they were led by Brian Nelson, who had 3 hits, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. 4 other players drove in a run. The Bees had 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs from Garner, 2 RBIs as well from Michael Krause. 1 game is still going on right now. They're in the bottom of the 9th up at the ballpark at Harbor Yard in Bridgeport, Connecticut. The Somerset Patriots clinging to a 1-0 lead over the Bridgeport Bluefish. That game began in a rain delay. John Hutton is on to try and close it out, and a win for the Patriots would give them a 3-game cushion on Bridgeport and a 4-game cushion on New Britain, and really go a long way in cementing their second half Liberty Division title hopes. Nick Turley started. He is in line for the win for Somerset. And as we mentioned, John Hutton currently pitching. The starter tonight for Bridgeport was Chris Rierick. He would be in line for the loss. The lone RBI for the Patriots coming off the bat of Brian LaHare. Major League Scoreboard, both New York teams lost. The Yankees 2-0 to the Dodgers at Yankee Stadium. The winning pitcher was Luis Avilan for the Dodgers. He improves to 2-0. Dylan Betances, the loser, falls to 3-5. And Kenley Jansen, his 44th save of the year. Justin Turner had an RBI, his 81st of the year for the Dodgers. The Mets fall 1-0 to the Nationals down in D.C. Tanner Rourke, the win, he improves to a record of 15-8. The loser was Luis Salas for the Mets. He falls to 0-1. Fernando Salas, and the save to Mark Melancon, his 42nd of the year. The lone run coming off the bat of Wilson Ramos, his 21st home run of the season. So that'll do it for the out-of-town scoreboard. The road trip will continue for the Ducks tomorrow evening when they head to York, Pennsylvania to battle the Revolution in a matchup of the first-half champions in their respective divisions. Pre-game show is going to begin at 6:15. The first pitch at 6:30. The Ducks will be sending their ace, John Brownell, to the mound, his final tune-up before the postseason. And the Revolution will counter with right-hander Tony Pena, who has had mixed results against the Ducks this year. Pair of righties on the mound, and the Ducks will look to continue their recent strong play. They have now won 3 of their final 4 games and are heating up a bit, especially the offense, getting closer and closer to the playoffs, which begin a week from tonight. That'll do it for us tonight here at Constellation Field. Once again, the final score, it was the Long Island Ducks 4 and the Sugar Land Skeeters 3. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast, which will be tomorrow night when the Ducks and the Revolution open up a 4-game series, the final series of the regular season. Pre-game show at 6:15, first pitch 6:30 from Peoples Bank Park. You can follow all the action live on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball. My name is Michael Pollack. Thank you so much for spending your Wednesday night with me. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast and the Ducks victory. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night. We will do it all over again on Thursday night from Southern Pennsylvania. Good night and so long for the final time this regular season from the Lone Star State.